Welcome to the best thing this week. This is the official what we're enjoying in the world of all things fun, food, and things we view in our world. And this week, I am joined by Mathew Kiehl. He is here to join me and talk about the variety pack of life, the music, the food, the entertainment, the events, the experiences, maybe some even personal moments of what made this the best thing this year for us of 2025. So Matthew or Matt or at infinite underscore rewind, as he's known across the socials. How are you doing, bud?
I'm doing well. How are you, Todd?
Good. And Matt, you were on an episode of this previously. We had a great time.
We did.
But if people had not seen that one and they've never seen your mug before, where could they experience more of you?
So I co-host a podcast. We've been on a bit of a hiatus of late. It's called Freereeling It. My buddy Jesse and I, our ideal plan is to get together every 2 weeks. We pick a movie, we watch a movie, and we talk about that movie. Just to give you a hint give you a clue as to how far behind we are, the last movie we were supposed to talk about was the movie I had mentioned when I was on this show before, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Life, work, illness, burnout, just about everything has gotten in the way.
Kids, family,
it stinks. But you know, if Jesse and I did this for the money, we'd apologize. But we do this for fun, and we will do it when we can. So at least I can say, hey, we haven't broken up yet. It's called Freereeling It. It's on every pod platform. We only do audio. We don't do video. So,
well, it's like I've determined, we're going to talk about a lot of things about 2025. It doesn't have to be in any specific topic. I mean, I have a couple of areas that we're going to touch on for 2025. But, one of the big things in 25 is just don't force it. Do what you can and have a good time while you're doing it. You don't feel committed to something other than your family, family in regards to the people that you love. And then whatever brings you joy. Other than that, just let it go.
Yeah, necessary obligations first, then save some room for fun in your life. That's what you do.
Yeah, that was a big part of me doing this stuff. It was just, let's make time. We don't have to force it. I was not doing a lot of stuff over the break because I went on vacation, wanted to have some downtime for, just to enjoy the holidays. So because of that, I didn't do as much, but that's okay. Like I said,
and we had a near miss, Todd. We had
I know. Yes. Yeah. So, Matt has some family here in the Twin Cities. He and I actually got to meet each other in person. Was it 2 years ago now?
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Yeah. And Matt, I was coming back from California, and then Matt was just happened to be right around the same time. It's like, oh, I'm going to be here. Let's meet up. I'm like, hey, let's do it when I get back. And it just didn't work out, but that's okay.
Well, the day we were, I think technically the day we were supposed to get together, I got a call from back here in Philly at 1 a.m. in the morning saying everybody had just gotten sick. I'm like, and they're like, we need you to come home. Otherwise it could be bad. I'm like, okay.
Well, don't bother coming home at all.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it was that. Well, so like, okay. My wife was sick, my son was sick, and they were really worried about my mother-in-law getting sick because she has autoimmune stuff. And the way it had hit both my wife and my son was like it was fast and furious. So they called me at 1 a.m. I left Minnesota at 6 a.m. So yeah, my trip was cut in half.
Like staying up late, and then getting up for the airport in the morning.
I mean, I didn't go to sleep.
It's not possible.
No, if I would have slept, I would have missed the flight. Like, just hands down. My mom was like, "Are you sure you don't want to try and get like?" I'm like, "Mom, if I lay down now, I'm waking up at like 8 o'clock at night." So,
absolutely.
But
Well,
I got home, everybody got better really quick. Then I got sick, and then I went back to work. So here we are.
what a time. What a time. Well, you know, that's life. It's fun. It's furious, and you know what? We survive. So you know what? That was in 2026, Matt. So, but now we have to look back to the year 2000. Well, 2025.
God, remember the year 2000, Todd?
I do.
Me too.
I feel like that was the cool, like it was such a big deal. 2000. Now it's 2025.
God.
We are a quarter of the way through the century. This will be in 2026. I have been now married almost 25. Well, I'll be married 25 years. My son is 20. Things have happened. So, but you know what? Let's not get too nostalgic. We can only go back 1 year, Matt.
Yes.
Get really nostalgic about last year because I'm like, I don't remember what I did. Let me look into this. I'm like, I'm glad I did this because now it helps me remember the things I did. So let's get into it, Matt. Okay. So my first category is best news or news that made you happy. Obviously, we had a lot that probably made us unhappy, but I was thinking back, you know what? It's probably good to remember the good things because that's what's going to carry us through. So I will just talk about a few things that were really cool this year or last year. So one was, this is kind of a personal one, but I reunited with my second cousin after 27 years.
Wow.
Yeah, she is. So long story short, my uncle passed away, or no, my cousin, sorry, he's way older than me, but he's a cousin.
Sure.
He passed away in 2023. But he had been divorced from his wife. Once he passed away, my second cousin, his daughter, basically was separated from her family. We didn't get to talk to her much. And she was about 10 years younger than me. I can't remember the exact number, but all of a sudden she reconnected with my cousin and wanted to do that. And then we were talking on the phone, and all of a sudden, it was just a great moment. So, and that led to just a couple of weeks ago meeting her in person. Like I said, 27 years in California. Find out she's she's a production manager in Hollywood. And
that's awesome.
Yes, so very cool. She told me she's got her next project coming up, so she can't tell me what it is yet.
Sure,
but I'm very excited for her. So, but you've probably seen her work when you look at the front of a building or how a set is arranged, things like that. So it was great to finally connect. So that was a personal, great news that she's around. She wants to meet. So that was a cool moment in my family. So
that's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome.
So, and jump in if you've got any news.
So
we can go around
since I've got a weird one, I got diagnosed in November. So this is going to sound really weird, but and this is I don't know how. I've been very tired for the last 20 years. And not like I burn the candle at both ends tired, not like I'm making poor decisions with my time tired. Like I could go to sleep a normal night. I could go to bed at 9, wake up at 7 and not feel like I had been to sleep at all. Yeah. I was just constantly exhausted. And it was almost like it was that old meme on TikTok where they said, adulthood is just you wake up one morning, you're a little tired and you just never have energy again. I woke up like I had been running for hours.
Got it.
Anyway, it had gotten to a point over the past couple of years, especially being a parent of a young child, where there were concerns that I wasn't not necessarily up to the task, but I wasn't necessarily safely alert. So we started looking into it, and I did multiple different tests, had a couple of sleep studies, and then I got diagnosed as it's called idiopathic hypersomnia, which basically means I'm overtired without knowing where it comes from. The assumption was it was hormones that my brain releases out of whack. So now I take meds to correct that, and I've I've actually felt normal for the past couple of months. It's been weird.
Wow.
It's been weird.
That's amazing. I mean, I totally get that. I mean, and when you aren't getting, when you're not getting what you need, sleep or resting or something's preventing you from getting it.
Yeah, like I could sleep.
You are no longer yourself.
Oh yeah, I could sleep for 10 hours. Like I don't nap for the specific reason is if I try and nap, I'm not waking up. But like when you can sleep for 10, 12 hours and basically not feel like you've slept, like that's a problem. So yeah, I've felt somewhat normal. I know there are people out there with tougher troubles. I'm not trying to compare, but like that's kind of it's been a very positive weight lifted off the old shoulders. So
yeah, because you want to feel like there's a light at the end of the tunnel. You want to feel like this can't be my life for the rest of the time. I'm not good for myself. I'm not good for others, and I totally get that, man. Well, congratulations. I know sometimes it's just a battle to figure out what the hell is going on. Yeah, like
I mean, when it happened, and I started to feel like a weight. There's an episode of The Golden Girls which is my favorite TV show of all time, where Dorothy is dealing with exhaustion, and she kind of gets laughed at by a doctor, and then she goes to like several other doctors. Are like, and then she gets to one that's like, no, I think I know what this is. Let's do some tests. She gets diagnosed, and then she sees that doctor at dinner, like at a restaurant, and she shoves it in his face, and I felt really good about that. I had never quite related to Dorothy like that till now. So
she's a gem.
Yeah,
an intimidating woman.
Yeah,
wearing whatever, what do they call it, house coat or whatever, house dress.
I do not comment on Golden Girls fashion. I just admire.
Exactly was the thing. Well, you know what? I'll build on that. We'll get into the more frivolous things, but
sure.
I'm going to actually speak very similar to you now. I'd been diagnosed with sleep apnea years before. Been working on that. It's not a big new thing for me, but I totally get it. This is it
obstructive or
it's obstructive. Yeah. Okay. So I wear a
CPAP. Gotcha.
Best in the world. Drives my wife still nuts when I wear it because it does the whistling at times. And so, but that's okay. We kind of like, hey, we'd rather be sane than not insane. So we'll get this through this.
We'd also rather you wake up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I've heard so many horrible things of people, just if they don't treat it, it's not just you are going to be snoring and unhappy. Also, you could have a stroke. You could have many things die from it. So it's important, guys. Take care of yourself. If you're not sleeping well and it's a thing and it's not just one night, check it out. But I was finally diagnosed this year with, after many years of suspecting and making jokes about it, with always saying, oh, I think I have ADHD. A lot of people do this. Now, I get it. Some people... It's to me, it's like one of those things. I want people to take it a little more serious, because just saying it like that, I don't want to say it just minimizes other people that really have it, but I think it also means that I think truly understanding what ADHD is a bigger thing than I think a lot of people truly understand. My son was diagnosed at 6. It comes with more baggage than just a lot of other things, depression, things like that. It's typically, if you have one thing, you get others. Well, mine was more along the lines of, just, I have never been great at being able to focus. And yes, I get it. It's a lot of different things, but that turned into, like, it really affected me in college. Like, I could not read without getting distracted. And so I wouldn't be able to so I always felt like I'm just a bad student. I don't apply myself enough. I'm like, no, I feel like now I'm like, hey, I get it. I mean, it was just, and I do a lot of blurting, and I do a lot of this, and sometimes do a lot of interrupting, and I get distracted. I'm talking to my wife, but I'm already doing this. And it's like, and I just realized, now that I have it, I'm like, it's not an excuse, but at least it's something I can at least understand. And now I'm getting treated. I've had a great therapist, and I also have a great doctor who's like, let's try these things. And I'm working. It's a work in progress. My son has been a work in progress with this for years. And my goal is to hopefully say, now I know how normal people are in regards to being able to do these things, being more effective, being more people will understand. I'll be able to give people the attention they truly deserve, even though I tried in the past. So it's take care of yourself, folks. Life's too short to push things off and just say, it's okay. you gotta work on yourself now, because you never know what's come up in front of you, how many years you got left, who's going to be around you. So
Yeah,
take care of yourself.
for
You got
sure.
people that probably depend on you. Like, you know what? Word of the wise, folks: get yourself a will, get yourself a medical power of attorney,
Yep.
something financially. I'm doing that right now again. We've done it
Advanced
before.
directives. Yeah, you need them.
Yep. Especially if you got a kid. If your kid's 18, you don't get to choose anything for them anymore. Get
Yeah.
one for them though, so they're like mom and dad should be able to say what I want. Because you don't want to leave your kids with a mess, and you don't want people have to make decisions when you're gone, when they're stressed. It's like it's those difficult conversations. Do you want to be, cremated? Do you want to be buried? Where do you want to be buried at? Where's all the important information? Oh, you have a safety deposit box? That's where this is. All those things, yes, they're not fun. Or like a life insurance policy for your kid. That's the scariest thing in the world. But you know what? Something bad happens, you don't have to worry about how are you going to afford it and what are you going to do.
Exactly.
Yeah. So guys, if you have any questions about any of those things, come see me. I've done all these things many, many times. I am like, I like to help people through some things that might not, know about. And, don't worry, don't feel ashamed, because not everybody thinks about this stuff. I do.
Well, and then sorry to interrupt, but like the thinking about that is just like, there's always it's not like this is going to happen tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Just remember, there's only one undefeated thing in this world, in this universe, and that's time.
Correct. Well, taxes probably too.
No, taxes did. There were times when taxes didn't exist.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Time will outlive taxes. I promise you. And when your time is up, you have no choice.
No,
so
at least when you're sitting in your deathbed, like I wish I would have had a will so my family's taken care of, or something like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you know what they like to do is they just like to take your stuff. Like the government likes to take your stuff. You don't have to give it to.
Yeah. Like Kramer and Seinfeld said, it's a land rush.
Yep. All right. Well,
let's lighten things up and talk about abortion, Todd. No.
Oh God, yeah. Let's talk about politics, like all the religion. Let's get into the good stuff. Yeah. You know what? No. So it kind of thinks me about like what we went through this year. But one of the fun things that happened, and some people are, I don't know how a lot of people feel about certain artists and things, but I was just amazed at the effect and impact that Kendrick Lamar had this year at the Super Bowl.
Hell yeah.
And please don't take this down. I'm not playing any audio, but this is the Super Bowl halftime. I mean, Kendrick is an artist that my son absolutely loves. He's not big into rap. He loves Kendrick. And I respect Kendrick, and I don't love everything he does, but the dude is shooting a shot. He's doing everything he wants to do. He doesn't play safe. And he was seen by, like you said, 70 million people. And he had a moment that was just incredible.
Yeah. I mean, the crowd in I don't remember how many are in the stadium. I think it was 70,000, something like that. Sure. But all of them in unison saying A minor, like, yeah. We have a lot of mutual friends, and I'm in group chats with some of them, and a lot of them were like, I don't like this. Why is this happening? And I think that as a hip hop fan, because I am a big one, I think that seeing this artist have this kind of license and taking this idea and this song on this stage, regardless of whether or not it's just him beefing with Drake, like the fact that this happened, and this type of like the Samuel L. Jackson stuff, like just taking so much creativity and putting it out there is a special thing. And now, we in our country, we live in a time where if the artist doesn't look a certain way or sound a certain way, a certain section of people tend to get real mad about it. But those folks also have, I think, a very distorted picture of the world we live in general. and it's not distorted kindly. It's distorted by blind ignorance to truths that, for better or worse, they would rather stick their head in the sand and not acknowledge. And I think with the last couple of Super Bowl halftime shows, really challenging that is a good thing. Like, do I think the Super Bowl halftime show with The Weeknd was like one of the best? No, but I think they did his catalog very creatively.
Oh yeah.
Like, I think that the way that, everything seemed to change, like they're trying a fantastic idea of like making a music video that's not just a concert, but at a concert with, the use of shots, the use of camera movements, the choreography of the dancers, all of that. I mean, even
very clever.
Even the choreography of like the sets being moved around in these, like, you have, if you're not even acknowledging that, it just means you're not even looking. You're just like, oh, it's hip hop, I don't like it.
Yeah, there's a lot there, and we could definitely talk about.
Sure.
My favorite thing is music was better when. I hate that phrase.
Oh,
it
God.
is. It's, I mean, and obviously, Matt, you and I could talk about a lot of these topics.
I'm holding back. Yeah.
So I'm glad I've got my son keeping me young. He's going to be a music teacher, so I'm going to find out more things of what he likes. But the good thing is he's appreciative of older music as well, and I think I'm glad I still like new things. I find stuff all the time that like this pops into my head. I'm not a music file, but I am a person that like I try to find new things that like, that hits me in a place I haven't been hit before either, or a long time, or in a new way. So, guys, you know what? And this year, I don't even want to talk about what we're gonna do, but you know what? I'm very excited to see what Bad Bunny does. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I found him very entertaining. But let's get into something. I don't want to say it's lighter, but it is a cool thing. Is the movie Sinners really brought music history on screen with characters from history that were inspired by a time and an era. We're talking about the Deep South. We're talking about blues and different things like that. But along the way, and I don't know if I can find a clip of it, but Matt, have you seen Sinners?
No.
Okay, I don't want to spoil it, but I will, and that's where I think this is very important. I don't want to spoil it, so I will say this. It's well worth watching. Ryan Coogler, I think, is a national treasure. He does things. He makes very popular movies important and interesting, like what he did with the Creed movies. I thought was really cool what he brought to the fighting scene, taking those characters and dropping those. I mean, I haven't seen Fruitvale Station, but he's very close with Michael B. Jordan. And I think because of that, they form a team that I've not seen in such a long time that you see a director and actor have together. But Sinners is just an amazing movie, but it is about music. It is about these two rum runners, bad dudes that are trying to open a gin joint essentially in the South. They have to find some musicians and people. They find this guy that just can sing like you hadn't heard before. They find an old blues man that's very important. This is like Mississippi Delta stuff that they bring.
Nice.
And they basically they just then through that, because it's like kind of a supernatural film too, which I think is just a great. It's like Dusk Till Dawn mixed with a music movie with a lot of character and flair. And there's one specific.
So Dusk Till Dawn meets the Blues Brothers?
No, but in more serious. Definitely more serious.
Well, I mean they are twins.
They are twins, exactly. That is, and it's amazing that they filmed the way. But there's just one scene where there's music being performed, and this one character, he's basically. We find out that there's certain people who have the ability to conjure the spirit of music from times and eras across history and make it come to life. And this scene is amazing. It's got horrific elements, but that is really, I would say, the last 25% of the movie. The beginning part is beautiful. It's a beautiful film, wonderful, and just even I typically have gotten tired of post-credit scenes. Post-credit scenes in this is amazing, and you will love it, Matt, is all I'll say.
Nice.
As you're a fan of hip hop in that era of like the early 90s and beyond.
Like I've only the only other thing of Coogler's I've seen is Black Panther, and it has been the only Marvel Cinematic Universe film that really I'm like, oh, I'm gonna watch that. I mean,
my son's favorite because of a reason. Yeah, the soundtrack is amazing.
The soundtrack's great. I mean, even like Reba and I watched it, and we're like, wow, superhero movies are like this. And then we tried other Marvel Cinematic movies, and we were like, this ain't it. But so I will definitely follow along with his career because of that, and I did like Creed too. So I didn't realize that he did that till today. So I will watch this for sure.
Yeah, it's like I said, I had not seen the Creed films because I'm like, oh, Rocky, it's probably bad, probably dumb, and I'm like, no, I dug those. Yeah.
Talk about being better than it had any right to be.
oh, absolutely. After where Rocky went, and then it was like what Balboa movie and Rocky 5 with Tommy. Hit gun.
So I will say that I'm just gonna say Rocky V is not the steaming pile that everyone wants you to believe it is.
With Tommy Hitman.
I am not saying it's a masterpiece. I am not saying
with the weird Don King like guy.
Yeah. I'm not like if Rocky 5 is the Godfather 3 of the Rocky series, that's cool. Like I think The Godfather 3 is a way better film than many want to say. Do I think it's a masterpiece? Absolutely not. Do I think it's anywhere near as good as the first two? Absolutely not. But it is not like some should have gotten a Razzie film.
No. It was I love the history of the Rocky films. It's amazing. I watched a recap just so I could get into the Creed film, so make sure what did I miss? And interesting things, but check out his Greenville Station supposed to be amazing. Very very sad movie, but he's been great, so check it out. Really, I'm glad that it's like the most nominated film in Oscar history, which is just amazing.
What Sinners was?
Sinners, not Rocky Balboa. Sorry, they're like, yes, it is. I believe it.
I was gonna be like, apparently Balboa just really tickled the Academy's toes.
Oh, absolutely. They're like, oh, Sly's like not saying he's saying less syllables. This is great acting. Okay.
He's slurring in new and exciting ways. I've got a film I'd like to. Oh wait, never mind. That didn't come out in 2025. Never mind. Go ahead.
That's okay. That's okay.
Just double checking.
So one last news story that really popped for me. I think this is funny. And if you have any other anecdotes, food, Matt, are you aware of the dirty soda sensation?
No.
Okay. So dirty soda is huge in Utah. The Mormons have gone crazy for dirty soda, Matt. They basically dirty soda. Minnesota has a place. It's called Soda, SOTA, where it's basically you mix a soda with some type of creamy beverage, like a creamer or syrups and things like this, something like the old soda jerk. But now it's become huge. So now it's like the biggest thing in the world. I think this is kind of fun because, some people don't want to drink alcohol, but they want to have something fun and cool to call their own and ingest like 3,000 calories.
Sure. Yeah, no, 100%. Like this is America. Don't get you slipping up. So I've not heard of this. And all the only really quip I have to say is just like, well, it's kind of like clothes. Clothing style comes back every 20
cloves. I'm like, like clove cigarettes. It's almost like
absolutely not. Clothing trends and styles show back up every 20, 25 years. So it's only natural that soda trends show back up every 50.
Yeah.
Because this is clearly a bygone era thing that's being packaged as new because there probably aren't very many people around that remember when it was here the first time.
Like, are we going to bring back what the egg cream or whatever they used to do, like back in the
day? I mean, honestly, like, just why not? Why not? But I will say, like, as someone,
this one, Matt. This is the soda store, SOTA, like I said, Minnesota. This is
Pebble
the Sweet
Ice,
Escape.
Sprite, mango. What is happening?
Pineapple, strawberry puree, and a splash of cream. Look at this, created by Sophia.
I mean, and we'll throw some sugar in there just in case it's just not sweet enough for you.
Yeah, exactly. This is sodashop.mn if you wanna visit. And Matt, by all means, check out what's in your neck of the woods.
I think I might. But so
take the wife for a date, you can even give it to your kid, probably, right? I mean, he may not.
She won't let me bring soda near him.
But even if you say this is fancy, it's organic, it's 100% sugar free. No.
I mean, I'm pretty sure my wife would say, you don't want to know what else is sugar free? The ass whooping I'm about to give you.
Damn, I tried.
But like, as I remember when my wife was pregnant, and my wife does love a cocktail. So I basically, instead of, I couldn't give her alcohol, so I decided to start doing the mocktail thing as best I could. Sure. I just started to just mess around. So I think that's a cool thing. And I also know I have a lot of folks in my life that are getting sober. And I think there shouldn't be the stigma around getting sober. If, like, it goes both ways too, because I remember when I was before I met Reba, like, if you were trying to meet people online like I did, a lot of people, if they were trying to go sober, they were like very steadfast. They didn't want you to drink. And if I was on a date with that person, I'd respect that, because I'm not out here trying to be an asshole. But I do think there is a way we can live together. I mean, there are times where I go out for a happy hour with my coworkers, and I'm like, I don't want to drink. And then people look at me like, why aren't you drinking? I'm like, because I don't want to. Like, I don't have to. I'm an adult. I could drink if I want to, but I don't feel like it tonight.
It's not like people are actually like, why are you smoking? I mean, right?
Like, yeah. Why aren't you shooting heroin?
Exactly, Matt. What's wrong with you?
God. But I think that sort of thing being back is cool. I hope it sticks around, and I hope it's not as overpoweringly sweet as it sounds.
That's the balance, right? Because it's like I do like fruit drinks.
Sure.
But quite honestly, when I do them, I do like skim milk, and I do like half the flavors, because I just in my adult taste buds have kind of turned more towards savory than sweet. Yeah. So a little bit of sweet goes a long way. So But I think to your point, people that don't want to drink alcohol or whatever, they should be able to have fun too, right?
Exactly.
It seems like the only things that are fun are like, oh, you're having water with ice. How exciting. Oh, a little bit of lemon. I'm like, you should be able to do more than that. If you're not drinking, at least have a little bit of fun with what you're drinking, right? Have a little bit of bubbly, have a little bit, not bubbly, but I mean, like seltzer.
Yeah, seltzer, tonic water. Like, I mean, I remember like when Reba and I had a date night, our first date night after Aton was born, like, she wasn't ready to start drinking. Well, actually, she was going to have a drink because she had, she had pumped and everything before going out. But we got to this place, and I don't remember where it was, and we were looking at the drink menu, but then we saw the mocktail menu, and like all of those drinks looked way more fun. And we had multiples off of that, and we had a good old time. It was literally like we were two teenagers just swapping drinks back and forth. She's like, "Oh, try this."
Did you guys get a soda, one drink with two straws together, like at the malt shop?
No, because because now my corny ass would have definitely tried.
Yes,
that.
You would. Of course, you would.
Reba would have been like, not in your goddamn life.
Oh, Matt. Oh,
I love her.
Indulge me one time, honey, with something dumb.
She has chosen to not only spend her life with me, but procreate. She's indulged me enough at this point.
I was going to say, you know what? When it comes to spouses, you determine where you will
pick you got to pick those battles.
Pick your battles, and also understand, like, hey, that's something for me, not for you, and vice versa. You do you
100%.
And we will. And you know what? I've got friends I can do stupid stuff with. And so, Matt, the next time we're together, we will do that.
Todd.
One drink, 2 straws.
Mocktails, 2 straws. I'm down. And I'm going to teach you Guild Ball too.
Oh, God. Matt, like we said, relationships, boundaries.
That was the plan this time. I was supposed to do it this time.
Oh, no. Oh, God.
It's
sorry,
okay.
Matt. I next time you come, I may not be available. When I know your plan.
Valid. Oh, just do a couple of turns. You don't have to do a full game. That's fine.
Oh, yeah. And 3 hours later, you're like, it's gonna be fun, Todd. I tell you.
I have learned in my aged ways that if someone's not having fun, I'm not going to force them to continue. In fact, do you have any other news, or is that it?
I think that's it for news. I do want to say though, I think it's because this is a good going from dirty soda to something you actually eat with your mouth versus imbibe with your mouth, and that is food, Matt. Best food you had. Food's an easy category. It shouldn't be very long.
Before we get there, I'm going to set a stage because this actually happened on my trip to Minnesota. We'll call this. This can go in the family news of things that happened. Well, my sister, her boyfriend, he likes to play D&D a lot.
Okay.
And my sister had never played.
Oh wow!
So my weeks before, like shortly after I'd planned the trip, she goes, "So, Mark wants me to play D&D." I said,
"This is like one of those weird conversations. Like,
yeah,
is this going to be a weird conversation?"
I'm like,
D&D. I'm like, oh.
I said that's great, and she's like, but what do I do? I'm like, do you know what D&D is? And she's like, I've only seen like the kids on Stranger Things do it. I go, yeah, you know what you're doing? You're playing pretend. It's adult pretend that is governed by dice rolls and and whimsy. And so she's like, okay, since you put it that way, would you play D&D with Mark and I? And I said, absolutely.
Yeah.
And because Mark said he could do like a one-shot campaign where we just do one session, few hours. I'm like, great, let's go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, her boyfriend knocked it out of the park in terms of like being a fun dungeon master because he.
Oh, that's great. That's a necessity.
Now he. I will say his voice game isn't great, but it doesn't have to be if you're committed.
Does everything sound like a weird British person?
No, just they all sound Southern. But he basically did this. He did this campaign where a wizard is a little too high and has the munchies and wants us to go get these apple pies.
Nice.
But the wizard is Snoop Dogg, and his assistant is Martha Stewart.
Oh my God.
And
I don't know about that.
Oh, Todd, I know that there's no way I can do this justice, but like he did this setup.
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
He did this setup and he finished and I'm like, Amanda, this is D&D right goddamn here. Anybody who takes it more serious than this is probably going to give you a bad time, because you need whimsy, you need fun, you need a little bit of silliness. And not to mention, he allowed me to be as dumbass as I wanted to be, because I created a bard that had an animal charming spell, because he wanted us to create level 3 characters. And the first animal we come across is a wolf spider. I'm like, I'm gonna charm this thing. So we charmed it.
Sure.
It came with us on the rest of the journey, and we got to a point where we had to where we're at the bakery where these apple pies are, and
Mm-hmm.
there are goblins in the kitchen, but we have to like get rid of the goblins in order to get the apple pie recipe for Snoop
Of
Dogg.
course. Yep.
And so I'm like, Amanda, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna sneak into this window that looks like it's in an empty room. We'll deal with whatever's in there, and then we're gonna send the spider in to distract the goblins.
Ooh, I like that. I like
so
that.
the spider not only distracted the goblins.
Okay.
There were two creatures. I think they were mephits in the ovens, living in the ovens, which have like
Really?
messed up the ovens. You know,
Oh, yeah.
It's Dungeons and Dragons, Todd.
Mhm.
And
Oh no, I totally get it. Yeah.
like, so the spider pissed them off. They come out, deal with the spider, and then then the two spirits and the goblins are fighting. He's like, so after a few dice rolls, all that's left are two goblins in this room. So you just have to go deal with them, and it's basically over. And I'm like, Amanda, this is D&D. It's imaginary bullshit, and it's great.
Did she like it?
Oh yeah, she had a blast.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that.
I mean, it
Matt,
didn't.
fun fact. Fun fact.
Never played it.
D&D.
Yeah,
I'm not that guy for D&D.
You don't have to
more
be.
Structure. I need more like rules and guidance.
That's
I'm like,
fine.
but if you can do anything. So I'm like, you know what? You do you. I bow out from any of that stuff.
Yeah, but
cool,
like,
man.
I mean, it was mostly because like if you come at it with like super structure for someone for the first time, and you know like they're reticent about it already, you're just pushing them away.
3 hours later, you still haven't finished your character, right? That's
no. But so, and every time we were like talking to a character, and since I was a bard and I had a lute. Every time I would pull out my phone and play a song.
Yeah.
And like, I'm like, okay, okay, I'm going to give Amanda, I'm giving you bardic inspiration. And I played like the beginning of Thunderstruck by AC/DC.
Oh, nice. The loop version is the best version.
No, I just played it on my phone. And
got it. You added your soundtrack.
Yeah. She's like, okay, I'm ready.
You know, it's that's the thing we can do now. We can just we can create our own mood, you know, play Thunderstruck and do whatever, you know, add sound effects and lighting and get your Govee lights to like do lightning and
there were these wood spirits around the back of the bakery, and I played some 2 Live Crew for them, and they were pretty happy about it. So
that's you know what I mean, you know, Luke Skywalker, you know, he's got that thing.
I'm afraid to ask now.
No. I just Todd in junior high school. Yeah, we got a lot of 2 Live Crew in the bus, and our bus driver almost killed us all because don't play that stuff, kids. Oh well, folks, don't listen to 2 Live Crew. It'll make you us. Or man, that's a good thing. You know what? Matt,
choose your own adventure.
Choose your own great set of books too. Okay,
from 2 Live Crew to food. Let's go.
Exactly. Well, I think this goes into the cat of the experiences playing D&D in 2025 with your siblings.
Yeah,
perfect experience type. So I think we just kind of, you know, as we think about these things, that's I think where this belongs. Sure. So I totally appreciate that because I was thinking like, you know, what it is, and this is exactly what we're talking about, the best things. So we get the best foods you had this year of 2025. So Matt, we got a little restaurant called Red Cow in Minnesota. And you think of Red Cow, what is it? It's also, we have a Red Rabbit. So it's this really cool, like local chef.
It's not really a giant cow food. Like Clifford from the children's books.
Absolutely. Yeah. But the Red Cow is all about the burgers, of course. So I'm thinking like, oh, this is going to be a rustic place. So we go and take my son there. He loves burgers. You know, he loves high-end burgers though. He's like, got to put a over easy egg. You got to have all that stuff. And so I'd never been there before. He went before I did. So now that's, you know, making me feel like, man, my kid is like doing better stuff in college than I ever did. So we went to Red Cow, got this Wagyu burger. Oh my God. Let me see if I can find a Instagram of it because, you know, it's well worth seeing the Instagram on these food things because they bring the food to life. You know, like I can explain it, but you know what? I can't show the, you know, the all the goodness that is a a burger or something like
Sure.
that with like, all these ingredients. So Red Cow is an amazing local institution, just like you have. I think, the best thing to have is a fantastic local restaurant you go to with good beverages, all those things. And it's fancier than I originally thought it would be. So Red Cow's great. It's got great food. They do. I mean, this is not the burger I had, but I mean, I don't care. No, let me just see it. I got to log in. Come on. Don't look at my account, guys. This is the pain of social media, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't want to. No, not now.
We need to know who's engaging with us.
Let me go. Let me look. Oh, you guys are seeing how the sausage is made, I mean, but that's okay. We'll get there. We'll get there right there. Apparently you can see what I like. I like Red Cow, Minnesota. I like action figure Instagram. It's pretty cool.
Action figure is a good time.
Oh yeah. So this might be the burger, but it is amazing burgers. Yeah, this is the one I had because it's on like a little baguette. It is Wagyu. It's perfectly amazing. I think I could only eat half of it because it was so just amazing. You know what? A good burger. Now that the fact that burgers are getting way too expensive these days, a good burger is becoming like $18, $20. Just like a good lobster roll is becoming like 35. It's scary, but you know what? Food is one of those things I feel like, yes, it's very expensive compared to like whatever else, but that experience you'll remember. It'll make you think like, maybe I can make that at home. Let me try. Yeah. So I think it inspires you to do better. So this was a fantastic meal with my family, with my son. Absolutely love the Red Cow burger. So Matt, you had some good food.
So yes, I did. So this is gonna sound real terrible. I don't remember what it was, but I can tell you about the restaurant.
Give me the restaurant. I'll look it up and we'll see what they do.
There's a place here in Westchester. Well, I'm in Media, Pennsylvania, but near us in Westchester, there's this place called Ground Provisions. My wife is a vegetarian, so we have to.
But you live on a level of you're grass and I'm turf. So vegetables versus meat.
So like I mean, like if we're going out and I want a burger, like she's not going to be like, ugh.
Yeah.
But she just chooses to be vegetarian.
The place, Matt? This is fancy.
It is.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Look at this, guys. Oh my God. Look at Valentine's Day, Matt.
We don't do Valentine's Day here.
Holy cow.
However, we were able to do it twice in 2025, but they do what's called the chef's counter, where it's all off menu stuff.
Oh yeah.
So they will basically like they'll email you, they'll go over your dietary restrictions. Like I have several food allergies, and they will basically say like, well, here's what we're doing this day, and here's how we can make it to accommodate your restrictions. Now I'm not a vegetarian, but every time I go here, like it doesn't feel like I'm eating only vegetables, even though I know I am. It's like everything. Everything is a flavor explosion. Every portion and every course is perfectly balanced. Like it is. I don't generally go for fancy cuisine, but like this is the sweet spot for me.
Matt, this is amazing. I've said I want to eat more vegetables, but I really need someone to make them for me. I'm horrible at making any type of vegetable dish because I either overdo it, I don't have enough fresh produce. So I feel like, man, I mean, that's the thing. I like good vegetables. I like things that are not bleeding and, medium rare. But man, they are hard to do well. And I know people say no, they aren't. I'm like, they are. Believe me. I've tried.
If you don't know how to do it, it's difficult.
Oh no. And you can learn.
Yeah.
But once again, vegetables are amazing in very capable hands.
Yeah, like
that's vegetables, fruit, non-protein based animals. Yeah.
Also, as a home meal, my wife did make completely vegetarian meatball sandwich that looked
Oh,
like
nice.
you got it at a local pizza shop here.
Is that like doing like what is she using?
I think she was using
What's
Beyond
the,
Meat.
oh, okay.
Um,
God, she's not like doing like the what is it? There's some other like certain things you can do, like almost like a. I'm blanking on it. What's the
like protein
balls of like
substitute,
what's the
like
balls that are Mediterranean? The
the
falafel.
falafel. Yeah, no, it
Yeah,
wasn't.
like the
It wasn't.
falafel. And it's like
It wasn't a.
somebody's
No,
getting.
I would just get a falafel wrap because falafel wraps are
Mhm.
amazing. But she did this, and when I looked at it, I'm like, it was one of those like it's not delivery, it's DiGiorno moments. Like it looked
Ah,
so much
yeah.
like she had gotten this from a local pizza joint that I was
Mhm.
like, what what have you what did you do? What
Yeah.
whose soul did you sell to the devil to make it look like this? Because it looks like I ordered this and it was honestly
Yeah.
one of the best things I've ever eaten because my wife is a phenomenal cook. If
That's a blessing when you got
if
somebody who can make vegetables for you because she's
if
got to make sure they taste good, right?
yeah, and if we're out there, all of us at
Mhm.
some point, Todd, I could probably have you guys over, and she could
Oh
probably
yeah.
teach you some things.
You know what? I'm glad to do that. Obviously,
Mhm.
I'm trying to learn skills. I've been trying to cook more, and I have been cooking more. But I just want things to taste good. And one of my favorite things is the easiest thing is root vegetables, just
Yeah.
roasted root vegetables. I love those
Mhm.
to pieces.
Yeah.
And which leads me into like one of my favorite things is bringing up another restaurant I had, Porter Creek Grill. They are an amazing restaurant, local restaurant. They have one restaurant near us, which is great. Not a chain at all.
Ooh.
Beautiful restaurant. I don't know what that used to be, but it's beautiful. They always, it's Minnesota, so of course we have a fireplace outside. You can sit out there until like I think December. You're good
This
to
looks
go.
just like Ground Provisions from
It's
the outside.
beautiful.
It really does.
And Matt, they are so supportive of veterans because my wife and I. So
Yeah.
every year they do on Veterans Day. You go in, you
Mhm.
can pick any entree, you can pick any dessert. They don't cover alcoholic drinks, but I'm like, and my wife always feels guilty. I'm like, should we really order that much? And it's like, they're so kind, so nice. So I always make up for the tip because I'm
Oh
like,
yeah.
you know what? You're serving us nice. You're doing the thing. And one of our favorite things, I don't know if it's on here, but I'm also doing the Instagram for the Porter Creek Grill. We can never remember the name. It's like, is it Porter Creek Grill? Something. It's Porter Creek Grill. So it's great. But this is one of my wife's favorites. My wife is gluten sensitive. So
Uh-huh.
this is a sesame ahi tuna. It's delicious. It's amazing.
Wow.
It's one of those like it's cooked so well that I could never do this, right? It's
Oh
like
yeah.
I will overcook the salmon, it won't look good.
Oh yeah.
And they do
Put that in
great
my hands is getting ruined.
exactly. They do
It's going to
great
be pixelated
substitution.
Breath of the Wild food. Like that's what's going to happen.
Yep. And this is their pork chop. I didn't do that. But what I had was I had the braised short ribs and something else. But our favorite though is this. I don't know if it's here. It is an amazing appetizer where it is basically golden beets that are delicious with the balsamic vinegar
Uh-huh.
with goat cheese
Yeah.
covered and like roasted with some arugula.
Oh.
It is. I've tried to make it at home, and I think I did a good job with it. But what they do is
But it
like
ain't the
it's just
same.
magical.
Yeah.
It's magical. So I want to say thank you once again, Porter Creek Grill. You are amazing. Your support of veterans. What you do for our community is amazing. Yeah. So thank you so much. Especially where I live, it's kind of like Chain City, USA. So when we do get these restaurants, I am so glad and I'm happy to support them with our business.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Matt, more food.
So I'm gonna confess here. I don't know if this was the first year I tried.
Doesn't matter. It's okay.
Biryani.
It's new to somebody else, and you can tell them how to get it.
But I've classically not been a fan of Indian food.
Sure.
And Reba,
spice, whatever, maybe.
Well, no, it's not. I love spicy stuff, but for some reason, like the Indian food I had always had, just never did it. I'm like, I don't. It's just not. It's not scratching any itch. It's not.
So Philly Indian is not like the high end.
Not really what I'm saying. But like recently, we had a place near us that was really good, and Reba's like, "Well, try this." because most of what I've tried is sort of, and I hate to say it this way, but it's like the white people Indian food, like the chicken tikka masala, which is it's not even really
some
Indian.
curry, maybe.
It was and chicken tikka masala was invented in England. It wasn't. But I tried some things that Reba had gotten me. I'm like, okay, now that I've had this and this is really good, I'm going to try and get adventurous now. One of our attendings did his fellowship in our department, and he's from southern India, and he was always talking about biryani, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what biryani is. How about you get some biryani and we try it? I'm pretty sure it was 2025 when I had it for the first time, and my God. This is
homemade. It's not a restaurant. Somebody
no,
made
it was a restaurant, but it wasn't like a chain.
Do you know the name of the restaurant?
It was I think it's Amma's. It's AMMAS, or maybe it's HAMMAS.
I'm gonna look and see if they've got
anyway.
You go ahead.
This, and I'm like, okay, I said, do they do like spice levels or anything here? He's like, Matt, they don't do spice levels because this is homemade. It is what it is.
Did I find it, Matt?
1 second.
The Zamos.
That's it.
Oh,
that's it.
Beautiful colors.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Look at this right here.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. We got the chutney. We got chicken curry. Oh my God. It looks so delicious.
I've never actually been to the restaurant. I've only had it delivered to the hospital. But
Matt, we talked about cauliflower earlier. Look at that cauliflower.
Look at that. Isn't that cool?
Yeah. Be more than cauliflower.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Cauliflower's it's being its best self.
Yeah, it is living a life we all wish we could. But having biryani,
fish. I mean, they got everything
from there.
Beautiful
with
drink.
him.
We're talking about beautiful drinks. Look at that. Oh, this is an amazing looking place, man. You got to go.
Yeah, I want to now. I'd never actually. I'm seeing it for the first time. I've never actually.
Oh my goodness! You know what? That's what anniversaries are for. You like basically justify I'm going to spend a lot of money on a place I want to eat. And oh, honey, do you want to eat there too? Sure. Right?
Yeah.
Man, go to Amma's, guys. Get some amazing food.
But
Matt, if you get a chance, if they have this, so there's some really good. Naan is pretty much their standard bread.
Yeah.
There's some amazing variations of naan that we love. There's one with raisins and almonds and baked in, and we're lucky because we have a huge Indian population in Minnesota. But the cool part about that is, obviously, I work with a lot of folks. We have a Mumbai office, and we get to know things. So I get to ask a lot of questions. But they've told us we've got when they come visit, you've got some really good Indian restaurants, which make us feel better, of course.
Sure.
But we've got a lot of different regions too, which says India is a huge country. North, south, spice level, whatever. So, guys, if I think to Matt's point, you haven't found the Indian food you like, try other places and ask suggestions, right?
Yeah. Well, ask suggestions for people you trust and people you could say like, okay, I've had that other places and it's not doing it. That's not it. What else is, and then I usually when I first started when I started with Reba, she'd be like, okay, well, what sort of other Asian food do you like? Like, what do you go for? And then we tried to find comparisons that way.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid to really take your time and figure it out, because you either you have learned it's just not for you, which is worth it, which is worth knowing, or what Todd said, you just haven't found the right thing yet.
Yeah, give it a try. You know what? And don't be afraid to say it's not for me, but try to figure out why it wasn't for you, because maybe it's you just chose. I've done that. I always feel under pressure sometimes when I go to restaurants. I'm like, I got to pick the right thing, because if I don't like this, then it's going to be a horrible experience. And you know what? I also said, I tell this to my wife, and I've got to start embracing it, is just tell the people that run the restaurant, I didn't like it. It wasn't for me. They want you to enjoy their food, not walk away with the experience. They gladly throw out what they gave you to give you something that'll make you happy and tell people you loved it. So you know what?
Yeah.
Because the restaurants want repeat customers. They don't want bad reviews. So
exactly.
Embrace that. It's okay. They know that you are probably not as familiar with what they make as they do. So you could probably say, what would you recommend for me? I like X and Y. always take the recommendation of people that work there, or go from there. So Matt, you know what? We're running a little bit long, so we want to get into some different categories. Yeah, exactly. Surprise, guys. Sorry, this is how we roll. Yeah. But you know what? Hopefully you're enjoying where we're going. So let's get into music. The best music you heard. And this could be live, recorded, whatever. And yes, it doesn't have to be brand new things, but maybe a new way of hearing something you loved. So even it's like, hey, I like this artist and I'd never heard this version of something they did. So which will make it faster. And Matt loves music, guys. That's why I always feel like Matt is my music guru, my guide.
Oh yeah.
But very quickly, Matt, I just want to give you an update. I am building my music system. My son is going down the path because he's going on the path of like, not all music is available digitally, legally. Sure. I would say. Yeah. So I bought him some CDs, and I'm going to talk about this event later about, events and things. His music, I guess his tutor / music guru at the University of Minnesota is probably one of the best trumpeters in the world. Amazing.
Nice.
He has made multiple albums. He does a live show, and I bought a couple of CDs for my son, but he didn't have a CD player. So I like, okay, I'm gonna get you a CD player. So I started off simple. This one's very cool, Matt. It's a little basically, it looks like a record player actually.
Okay.
You lift it up, you put the CD in, so it's you can see it like a CD, like the vinyl
you see it
cover.
spinning,
And and then you put the basically the arm, like you have
the tone arm
over. Yeah, it comes over. You lock it in, and then
that's awesome.
It's very cool, very fun. But you can lift up the lid and then put the CD, like the CD case, in it to show what you're listening to. I'm like, this is perfect for him. Has Bluetooth, very small. I'm like, it's a good start because you and I were talking about it's a good start for him if he likes it. And he said he has enjoyed it quite a bit. I'm like, cool. We'll figure out next what you want to do. I'm on that journey myself, Matt. So just to give you a heads up, what I'm doing right now, this is going to be a project. I am building my audio system. This is audio only. Okay. So I have been building. So the first thing I got was I got an amazing deal on Klipsch RM50 bookshelf speakers. These are passive.
Yeah.
I got them open box from Best Buy. They're originally $400. I got them for $125.
Yo.
They're beautiful. They have looked like somebody just opened the box and then said, "Oh,
and said, nah."
Exactly. I also got a Denon receiver that I'm going to use because I realized at some points I need an HDMI output because Matt, I'm going to put a little screen there, which I want to see the track I'm playing. I want to figure out maybe there's a way to find out, like, like the old CD/DV database, whatever, it will tell you like, oh, on this CD, blah, 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 this is the music that's playing. And Matt, I follow this guy, Cheap Audio Man. He's hilarious. He's funny on YouTube. He does amazing videos. And I was looking for a CD player. I'm sure I could get like a Blu-ray player, whatever is good, super audio CD, whatever. And he goes, check if you could find this Onkyo player. They've been making for years. It's a 6 CD carousel. It's essentially the same system they've been making for like 25 years.
Nice.
No Wi-Fi, anything like that. It's beautiful. And it's amazing. It's Onkyo. Look at the remote. Let me grab the remote. If you see this remote, like, oh God, that looks like it's from another time.
Oh, I love this.
So if you can see it, this is like that remote.
Oh my God, my parents had that for their TV in like 1984. What the hell?
Like the metal, the buttons are way too small. But my favorite part, Matt, is when you open up the battery case, it's like hinged versus falls off. So this is normally a $400 Onkyo CD player. It has no Wi-Fi, nothing. It has nothing. It's a beautiful. I'll send you a link to it. It's a beautiful system. It's got. The guy says this rivals like $4,000 whatever Magnetar, whatever.
Is it the DXC 390?
Yes, that's the one. It's amazing. I got it from Adorama. Used.
Nice.
Excellent condition. Normally like $400, whatever.
It's like $324. Yeah. Nice.
Yes. Nice. So it's beautiful. It's like somebody must have like, oh, I meant to get a Blu-ray player. I don't know. So these are my 3 components that I have that are amazing. I do need to probably add a subwoofer too, because the Klipsch speakers I have are known to not have they're basically 2. But they're beautiful speakers. They're beautiful. But yeah, now it's the vinyl part. So I will be figuring out the vinyl part next. I don't know, Matt. Yeah, so we'll figure this out.
Like honestly, I was going to ask if you're going to go that way because here's like if anybody who sees this has known me for a while, you know I'm a big vinyl head.
Oh yeah.
But one thing, like, while I can pontificate about like vinyl versus any other media, that preference ultimately is subjective. You can listen.
Just the speakers, right? It's like even just get these speakers if you want this. I'm like,
it's also like most new vinyl being made now isn't made on analog equipment. Like, you know, you could get into the weeds, and it just becomes like, listen to it how you want. Because look, I got one of these just like everybody else. Yes, my phone screen is cracked. I listen to music digitally on here, so it's not like I am some sanctimonious purist about lossless audio quality, because unless you have the speakers, you're not gonna know what's not there, or unless you have that type of hearing, which is a thing. People do have
my hearing sucks too.
Yeah.
Like I am now at a point where I'm like, eventually I'll probably need some hearing aids, just like my mom and everybody else. So when you got 10 ears, sorry guys, I mean, I'm not an audiophile, but I still want it to sound different for the format, right? And it's kind of like why people just get an amplifier, they don't actually get a receiver. But I wanted a receiver because I want to do little things. But yeah, it's still going to be better than these little tinny things or the sound bar in my there or whatever else. So so I'm excited for it. And I like I said, I'm either and the fun part about this is part of like my buddy Sean, his daughter wanted to get into more analog music. So I asked him what he had for her. Sean's big into like, he finds really good audio, but he gets really good deals, which just blows my mind. And then my buddy Brian Cole, who's amazing, and we laugh because he's like in that movie now, I Love You Man, where he started playing the bass, but he's also gotten into music too with his daughter, and they like form a band with his father-in-law. Very fun stuff. So I asked him what he got as well. So it's just fun. It's just fun right now. I'm like, I want to have it. So if Logan eventually like says, Dad, I want your stuff, I'm like, cool, take my stuff. I'll get something different. Or I decided, hey, I'm gonna go full on whole hog and do something different. But you know what, Matt? It's a step up from what I was gonna do. I was gonna get one of those Victrola all-in-ones. Even you sent me like the link. Oh, I'll get this time. I'm like, I could, but I could do this. So
see here, I sent that because it's easy. Like
absolutely.
I'm like,
but that's not me. Matt, I start like doing everything. Like, well, I could get this in better. So my personality just says
exactly.
Well,
so which is and I tailored that solution specifically for you. I'm like, here's the easy one, but like this, and that also says this is everything you need in order for this to work. So you can start going and figuring out how to put things together.
It's a fun journey. I mean, it's gonna be fun. I don't know what I'm gonna do, Matt. I'm trying to like just have fun with it, and we'll see where we're gonna go. I have like 4 albums. That's the thing. But I'm gonna see what albums my mom has left over when I was a kid, because that's where my love grew of vinyl was. That's how I listened to music, because they did have an 8-track player, but it's not like 8 tracks were really available for purchase in like the mid to late 80s.
No, they weren't.
And they didn't have a tape deck player, so it was all vinyl. So that's probably
so here's what I recommend for you specifically. If you're going to go down the vinyl rabbit hole, and you're not married to like buying certain artists or whatever, hit the used bins. And like, yes, you were going to get some records that you paid $2 for that are in terrible condition. But most of them, you can actually you can look up how to clean them, and they sound almost perfect.
Yeah. I mean, we've got, and I don't know if you've been to it since you've visited. Have you been to Electric Fetus?
No, I was supposed to go while I was there.
So I'm going to finally go. I pass it all the time when I'm going to visit my son at University of Minnesota. It's right on the way. So I am finally going to go see what they got. Just like, and you know, half the fun is just like, oh, look at that cover. I wonder what this album sounds like, right? Because there's some really crazy album covers, and then it's like, oh, this is kind of neat. So now I'm gonna explore. Have fun.
Going for new vinyl is it's super expensive right now.
Yeah.
So hit the used. Hit the used. Don't be
my thrift. I've got a couple of thrift stores down the road. I'm looking at like, I can maybe get that. And even just the silly stuff, like I have the Pac-Man album from not the old Pac-Man Fever, but this is like a really weird, like somebody who's on drugs. It's a picture disc. And like, and some of that's just going to be, I'm just going to frame that, put that up.
Yeah.
But, yeah. My goal is to have my little nook right here next to me, next to my arcade machine. And that's just going to be where my vinyl plays. I'm going to have a thing that shows like a frame or something that has the album cover art, the disc, and maybe a little screen. So I can probably see all of the data if there's like track playing. So I'm good to go. So very fun. I like these type of things. I'm living my best life in the world of, on the music
topic.
Let's get into music.
I sent you a DM on Discord of 2 pictures. One of them you're going to be curious about.
Okay.
One of them you're going to hate, but it means a lot to me.
I hope it's the opposite. Like the one you're going to hate. No, I love that. And everyone like, what are you doing?
So
but that's good.
So in 2025, like over the past 5-6 years, I've really.
No.
Yeah,
Matt,
I know.
You should have just like. Look at this one. But look, you spoiled it.
Yeah, I did. But here's the thing. The first one is Death's album Symbolic. So Death was a pioneering death metal band. They existed from the late 80s to the early 2000s. Their lead singer passed, and they stopped making new music because of that. But over the past,
Matt, Symbolic death tribute band.
Yeah. There's also one that's like Death at Midnight or something like that. Like that's like a lot of the actual members. But so I have been trying to. Metal is a big gap for me. Like I don't know a lot about it. Like I know broad stroke stuff.
Well, that's the hard part. Is like what metal, right? Because metal is just a open category.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so is rock.
Is it?
So is rock at this point. Yeah. So I've been trying to get more into metal, or at least like explore it. So I have more of an idea of what I like. And with a friend of mine, I said, okay, I'm starting listening to Death now. And he's like, what? I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to listen to Death. And he's like, why? I go, I've never listened and I want to get into metal or I want to learn more about metal. So Death is one of the only bands that I can remember being exposed to where almost immediately they became one of my favorite bands of all time.
So Matt, I'm going to stop you really quick because
sure.
I when we talk about this, I'm like, are we talking about when we talk about like what type of metal is it?
Oh, I'm getting there.
Like so because when I think of metal, I think of a lot of different things. I think like death metal where it's like it's that thing, or is it that you almost think of the harmonic guitars? So it's like everything. Just building, it's very like
so. In a historical context, Death is a very early pioneering death metal band. So they do have the growly vocals. However, their catalog from their first album until their final album is almost the entire history of metal from thrash up until the early 2000s. Like getting into once I listened to their entire catalog, which is only like 7 albums, it's not a lot. Okay. I immediately saw like where a band that made me want to start this journey, Mastodon. Wow, I saw where they came from immediately. I'm like, oh, this is the bridge. Like this is the thing that you get to go from like this is the Iron Maiden that gets you from Black Sabbath to Metallica. Like this is that primordial moment in now. That said, I'm not going to say that like if you don't like them, you don't like metal or anything like that. No. But it was just because this is such a massive genre, and you have to kind of approach it with a certain amount of respect. And even if you don't like, even if you're like me and you don't know a lot about it, you're like, okay, what am I getting from this? Well,
yes,
as someone who before I heard Death, I did not like the growly vocals. I have a newfound respect for them because of, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I'm not very good at it, but Chuck, the front man for Death. I have a newfound respect for it because of his work. And him listening to those albums made me not afraid to try it again. Now, I've gotten into, I did try and get into other bands that like I hadn't really, like I'd known about but not really heard of, like Exodus, which is like kind of big four thrash, like Metallica, Anthrax, Megadeth adjacent. You know, and I dug that journey. That journey is really cool. I listened to all of Tool's albums because of this, and like you know, I'm just trying.
And that, like Tool then turns into whatever the other band is, so that
like Perfect Circle and Pucifer, and I haven't done either of them yet.
Then you get into like even like bands like I really love. Oh God, I'm blanking on the name. The Takinian,
Serge Tankian, System of a Down.
Yes, which is just very obviously a little more like it's going to be very hard, but it's going to have that like very like operatic, almost like
it's almost like progressive grunge rather than metal.
Which is just like so the music can go anywhere. It's like understanding like where it's drawn from. It's just kind of like everything goes back to jazz. What is jazz? Well, it's a little bit of this, it's a little of that, and then like if you're in a conversation with someone who like absolutely does not like metal, they're like, I don't get this, but like they also don't understand like what it takes to make that music. Like it's not just someone flailing at a guitar. You got to appreciate the fact that that person's voice can do what they do and it's not destroyed. So they obviously know it takes a talent, a progression. I was watching this weird video. It looked very much like it was Asian, and the woman had one of those.
Like the Mongolian throat chanting.
The Asian. The one guy was almost like Mongolian chanting, but it was in a way that almost felt like it was like what's the German band?
Krautrock or Kraftwerk? Or
Kraftwerk or Daft what's the one
the Du hast mich. That's Rammstein.
But you know what I mean, it's like everybody has been picking up this stuff and making their versions. It's like J-pop. It's like this weird so I get what you're dropping, man. It's like you're never too old to figure something out. Like I mean that kind of so if I can pivot, Matt, into something that I think you and I were the ones that we talked on our episode, was for me it was Ghost. Ghost is but they are different, obviously. They're much more like they are doing almost like theater with even the creator, like who
they're doing Kiss
now. They're doing this version. It's like it's modern Kiss, right? But they do change the genre and how their songs sound and what they're doing with their videos. And to me, it's very impressive that that, and I'm so late in the game, but I've seen like, they have action figures, they have this and they have that, and it's like they've taken over a certain mindset that I'm like, it's amazing that they could do that. And like the fact that they have this weird like satanic undertone, but not really, but it's like they're pushing back about certain things, but they're not like, we're gonna eat your babies or we're gonna eat your bats head like Ozzy. But it's kind of cool that we get some things like that are like so larger than life, the imagery and everything. It's almost like you buy, like they are creating the package and selling it to you, versus other musicians like we just talked about. They had no interest in doing that. They just wanted to make the music. So I like that we get so many variants of this in what they're doing, that it's been fun. And Ghost is just, to me, a treat to just hear their story, find out their music, their inspirations, like their covers, even like their album covers, like that has a story, and like where they take it from like pop culture and horror and things like that. And it's like they deal with like religion. This is our new leader, he's the Pope, blah blah blah. And then now we have like this imagery, and like the band looks like they're just remember the monks from Mortal Kombat in the background scene? That's monks, exactly what I thought of. Like, So I that's been something I got into because I was like, I'm just curious, not because I mean the music's interesting,
Yeah.
But I thought it was kind of a cool thing. So
Mhm.
so that for me was Ghost. And we like I said, I already talked about that, but guys, check out Ghost. Yes, it's big. It's at Hot Topic, of course.
Yeah.
It'd just be like, those kids are doing the thing.
If
But
it's
you know
at
what?
Hot
Every
Topic,
generation has a Ghost.
it's perfectly pasteurized for all palates.
Oh yeah.
So
Absolutely.
to tie it all back to the 2 images I sent you.
Yes. Let me share this one too, folks. Because
no, do the first one.
Should I talk about?
Hold on.
Oh,
no,
I thought I did. I thought I shared it already. No,
you just shared a link to their social media. But so I picked Symbolic by Death because I was able to easily find all of their albums on vinyl except that one. And then I found and then it was reissued like late in the year 2025. So now my Death collection is complete. And then the other one is Steely Dan's The Royal Scam. I know you hate Steely Dan. I'm not here to convert you. I'm not here to change your mind.
It's like the ongoing. This is like the oldest long-running joke
between us.
Yeah. It is, and it kind of has gotten around because I'm like, I really never really had a huge feeling about Steely Dan, but it feels like you've brought out the worst in me, which is I appreciate that. Right.
So
right?
when I reconnected with mutual friend Lisa Goodman earlier in 2025, and by the way,
this is your average Steely Dan fan right here.
Oh yeah, 100%. He's probably saying it's not about the music, it's about how it sounds. And but she literally said the same thing you did. She said Steely Dan can gargle my balls.
Perfectly said by I Love You Man.
Yeah.
Check out that movie. Was it the 40-year version?
I don't remember. I don't remember. Well, anyway, so I had all of the Steely Dan albums on vinyl as well, and then the one that was the holdout was The Royal Scam. Like everything else had been recently repressed, and then I saw that one late in 2025 for only $30 and snapped it right up. So now my Steely Dan collection is complete, and I will just say I love them a lot. And I understand why people don't.
One of my favorite things on YouTube, Matt, has been to become a big thing is like when people listen to like a band for the first time, they're like, "Oh, this is pretty cool."
Yeah,
that's what I'm showing right now. It's like these two gentlemen are listening to Steely Dan, The Royal Scam. Is there like a song off this that I might have heard?
It's either Kid Charlemagne, which is the opener, or Fez.
I hate to say it, but I probably have to hear it to know it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a lot of those, right?
See, with Steely Dan, if it's not like Do It Again or Reelin' in the Years, like those are the only ones that are like chorusy. Because like even with like Peg and Josie off of Asia, it's kind of buried. They're not going.
If a yacht rock station isn't playing it, I ain't knowing it.
Yeah, exactly. And like and
they hate the term yacht rock. The lead guy hates
I love that documentary came out, and
yes, it's great. Yeah.
When the audio of him going, well, F you, or you can go F yourself. But then he still licensed the songs so they could use them. So it's just like he had that to say, but like also he understood.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I get that. So let me pivot into something kind of new. And like I said, sometimes music just finds a way into your aura. Mm-hmm. And that would be, have you heard the game Dispatch?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a game that I pre-ordered on Switch 2. So I'm getting it next week. But one of the cool things, it's basically kind of the reemergence of Telltale with very good talent, but this basically dispatches about a group of 911 operatives who deploy or dispatch superheroes. Well, one of the cool parts is in one of their videos to talk about it, they had this cool song to basically has these guys walk into office, they're doing the thing, and it's a song by Bershey, and it's called Radio. Mm-hmm. I didn't know who Bershey was, but this song was so cool because it said and this isn't the best video for it, there's no one, but basically it sets a tone for like, oh my God, it's amazing. So this is where this is kind of like the old Rock Band. I found you. I was playing Rock Band. I found this band. Now I'm the biggest fan of this this band, right? I mean, it becomes like a place where these type of projects put a song in front of your face, like a commercial, whatever, or a movie. And this song by Bershey is amazing. And Bershey's a cool artist. And I probably should like actually show what she looks like, but it's great. She's like, this song essentially changed my career because it got people beyond like my small fandom to like it. And it's a very cool song. Fits the tone. It's why I always felt like movie soundtracks always were some of my favorites in the 80s because they brought new artists to your just into your attention. And I don't think we'll get that much anymore, which sucks. But yeah, I mean, so it's kind of cool that we got this, and this artist is very fun. It's very cool. She's got an interesting perspective, but the song is amazing. So check out Radio by Bershey. It's cool. But yeah, if you have Dispatch, I believe it might be part of the soundtrack of the game, but I'm very excited for it.
I would recommend the song kind of reminds me of a rockier version of the Paradise Killer soundtrack.
Okay.
Cool. I'd recommend that. Now, that's by a guy who goes by the name Epoch.
Sure.
And he's done the Paradise Killer soundtrack as well as like a B-sides around it. There was a game that came out from the Paradise Killer folks that I still haven't had a chance to play. But I don't know if the game is your speed, but I would definitely say check out the soundtrack because it's really good. It has yacht rock in it. It has like the old Japanese city pop, if you know what that is.
Yeah.
And it's just a vibe. It is a
love
vibe.
That. Which reminds me, there's a game coming out which is supposed to be pretty amazing in regards to music, and I can't remember the name of it. They dropped a trailer for it. I'm like, that is so my vibe of the era and things like that. Can't remember that name of that game, but it's supposed to be coming out this year. So we'll share more. And Matt, if you've got any links, please share, and I'll put them in the drop on YouTube as well. Sure. Matt, we are at now an hour and a half, and we've still got so low. So I'm going to do a more of a rapid round.
Let's do it
really quick. Yeah. Okay. So really quick, just lastly, I mentioned a couple things, but music for me highlights. My son's jazz band at the University of Minnesota, amazing. My son loves jazz so much, and to hear him play, it's great. Also, I saw Epic Rap Battles live.
Yeah, I remember you were talking about this.
That was so much fun. They were so great. They did so much just like crowd work and like just we talk about like when a rap artist is really good, they can do anything, and these guys could do anything. So it's not just a gimmick. They're not the Weird Al of rap. They can really do it. They had a great time because essentially their equipment was not working. So I felt bad for them. Like they didn't have the right cable for their system. So like nothing worked. I'm like, it felt like this feels like so weird that like your music is trapped because so much of it is digital. So it was very cool. And then lastly, I'm in this era, Matt, and you probably are too. We may not know when an artist we like may never perform again.
Yeah.
Live. So I'm in this era of like, hey, I need to see them one more time. I did that with Weird Al. I don't think I need to see Weird Al again, unless maybe he does something weird and different. But I've seen a stage show too many times. Went to a casino and saw him. Like, it was a great experience. Puddles, the clown was hilarious. He was great. But Weird Al, I've seen this stage show too many times, but I want to do it one more time. But it was amazing to see Cake live. Cake is such a fun band. They do so much with their audiences. They played at this small little venue, Matt, an outdoor amphitheater in this little town in Minnesota that I had not been to. It was such an amazing venue because it was beautiful. It was by a river. It was tiny. And the people I saw, then my son was, several friends I had joked. They're like, oh, they're only going to be people of a certain age there. I'm like, really? So I ended up talking to so many young people there.
Nice.
It was so much fun. And that's what great. I'm like, and it's like, how did you hear about these guys? Well, I heard them a little. Like, that is the cool part, man, because certain bands can be timeless. Certain bands can't. They can be timely or of a time or whatever. So Cake was amazing. I love them to pieces. They're part of my heart. And those guys just, and they are wearing their heart on their sleeve about how are they staying politically. And it might not have been popular to some people in rural Minnesota, but man, they are doing what they're doing. So give Cake a high five.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think that one of those artists for me is Tom Waits. I think he's done.
Oh, Tom Waits, man.
Yeah,
that's one of those artists. Like, is he still alive?
I think he is, hard. But like,
yeah,
he hasn't released an album in like 10 years.
Oh,
and
no.
He didn't for his last album. I don't think he toured to support it. So I think that he's just done, which is fine. But but
he's been an interesting guy because, right? I mean, he's not just been music. He's been movies, TV, everywhere. Yeah. His iconic voice. I mean, some of his songs, like even just like holiday songs that are very melancholy. You know, that one song that I think was it that Christmas song he did, which is so iconic. Yeah. Which is what is that called? I don't remember the name.
Crap. So for some reason, all I'm thinking of is Fairy Tale in New York by the Pogues, but I'm like, that's not Tom Waits.
I know, no. It's Christmas Card. No, from a Hickory in New York. That's maybe the one I'm thinking of. But yeah, just so sad. But yeah, it's like so earnest.
Christmas Card from a Hooker in Minneapolis. That's what it is.
Yeah, so earnest, and it's just like, man, I mean, I remember when he was Renfield and Christopher Coppola's Dracula. Like, who's this dude? And it's his voice, and I mean, it's not Buster Poindexter either.
No, it is not. No, it is
Which
not.
I kind of like. Oh, are they the same guy? No.
Why is Renfield feeling hot?
Am I the only one that's ever thought that way? I don't know.
You are not. I'm not. You 100% are not.
It's so weird. Yeah.
I'm like, what's Buster Poindexter doing here? And then I'm like, who the hell's Tom Waits? Because I didn't know who he was.
And then he's also Buster Poindexter was also, what's his name in another, was it
David Johansen from the New York Dolls? Yeah.
Exactly. So it's like, everybody gets to become they get to have
everybody's cauliflower, Todd. Everybody is whatever they want to be.
God. Yeah. We're all Ziggy Stardust, right? In the end.
Right. Would we rather be Ziggy Stardust or Moby's song Made of Stars? Who knows?
Exactly.
I'm gonna flip real quick to comic books.
Yeah, love it.
Because I started reading One Piece in 2025.
Oh, really? You have a journey ahead of you, my friend.
So I got 120 chapters in, and it got.
Well, I mean, those chapters. I mean, like
they're short. Their
chapters are short. I mean, the chapters are really short. Like 10 issues. Yeah. Like, how long is the average chapter?
So, I think some of them were. I don't think they ever got as long as some of the Berserk chapters, but they were you're talking at most 50 pages, and that's
it's like Akira that became it became the phone book versions.
So I started reading that, but it got to the point where I feel like this is a story I could read with my son when he's like
he's
6 or 7, because it's very fun. Yuffie and the crew are so hilarious, and then
larger than life.
If you start, but then it's deep. It's surprisingly deep. Yeah. There's a whole lot of political messaging in there that made me I never saw this side of it when my old roommate was watching the anime, because the anime was really annoying to me. But this story is really, really good. And I know that's I didn't even get 10% of it, because it's over 1,000 chapters now.
Wow.
So I think it's
the longest running manga.
I think it's closing in on 1,400 chapters now. But I will say, if you want to start an epic journey that is genuinely fun every step of the way, start reading One Piece. Don't watch the anime. I don't know how the new one is shaping out. Not gonna comment there. But I thought when my old roommate was watching the anime, there were tons of filler episodes that didn't seem to make a whole lot of sense. But the written word in this it strikes that chord that Berserk did for me. Berserk is, you look at it, it's a very dark, very questionably drawn, to the point where you're like, why am I?
Yeah, it seems a little bit over the top. It's just a dude with a big sword.
Yeah,
and he's going ham.
But when you read it, you see literature lineage that you didn't expect to see. There's the Epic of Gilgamesh in there. There is the Odyssey. There's the Iliad, and then all of that exists in One Piece too, and I think that it's special for that. More so than, I mean, like reading Berserk made me want to try other manga, and most of the other manga I tried, like just did like I didn't like JoJo, didn't care. Like My Hero Academia was good for a while, but then I kind of fell off. I've never tried to read Dragon Ball Z, but I've watched enough Dragon Ball Z in my life that I kind of don't want to go back.
Yeah, there's interesting. I mean, there, as a kid in high school, I had a friend that was like, "You like Akira?" I'm like, "Yeah." Well, read this manga about this guy, and it was by the same creator of Akira, and it was so cool. It was a space adventure. And I'm like, I didn't even know what to think about this, and it was kind of like it was a living space organism. So I think, however you experience this stuff, it's going to be somebody's first time. So I'll be honest, Matt, my wife has been watching, really digs the Netflix series. I don't know if it's good or bad, but we're enjoying it a lot. And I think this may get people in the door to say, I get this. It's probably not the same, but it may get people in the door of checking out the manga, the anime, and things like that. I found it very charming. It's goofy.
It is so stupid good. Like,
it's so weird. It's like, why does Luffy is stretchy? We find out.
Yeah.
Why is this? Why is that clown guy so weird and funny and so menacing? It's like, that's kind of cool. I mean, if you like Pirates of the Caribbean, this is what I feel like. It has that character. It has that interesting perspective, but it doesn't take itself too seriously. But there's some cool stuff, and there's a lot of heart there.
So there was a 80s or 90s cartoon that always fascinated me, and it was canceled real quick, but at the time,
Pirates of Darkwater.
Yes.
That was an amazing cartoon.
That show captured my imagination at the time so hard. I don't want to go back to it because it's probably awful, but reading
was trying. Trying.
I mean, it was trying. It was going. It didn't get there, but it was going.
Yeah.
But I think One Piece is actually succeeding in that.
That's cool. I mean, like, that's where you, and the fact that it can capture you at a certain age is very, very cool. So
yeah, I'm in my mid 40s. This should be. I'm not saying this should be for kids, but like, this should not. People my age will look at me reading this and going, "Why are you doing that?" And I'll be like, "Actually, this is pretty well written stuff."
I know and I hope we're finally over that thing of like,
oh, we never will be. We never will be.
Yep, I totally get it. Yep, I was in that era. Like, I read comic books. I'm like, but this is really cool. I was in the Image era, and I'm like, this is really cool. I'm like, why is that guy doing that? And I totally get it. Yeah. So you know what? We'll do our best. We try to elevate the things that people should check out, and I think we're getting better than ever about that. Where people are finding the stuff that's really good. So you know what? We're not in the old era. We're in the new era, and it's great. And even my son's like, you know, that one show people are talking about, Dad, don't like it. It's a try hard. I'm like, oh, good, because I feel like maybe I'm trying to like something, and I should, but I'm like, I'm glad that I'm not the only one that thinks that, and I'm not old, and I'm old, and my son says the same thing. I'm like, good. I feel like maybe it's just maybe some people just have bad taste with something.
I'm going to say this, Todd. I'm going to say this. You've taught your son how to think critically.
Oh yeah, and I think he's really good.
I think that's spectacular. Congratulations.
Well, and he wants to include me on things. I like to include him on things. He's like, and I like My Hero Academia, but he's led me to the point. He's like, he knows me. He's like, Dad, I will tell you which episodes to watch. I'm like, thank you. And we watch, and he makes me watch it in the Japanese versus the dubbed.
Ooh.
And I'm like, and it's like, oh man, you're killing me, but that's okay. I don't always love these voices. I don't always love the things, but that's okay. So really quickly, my one recommendation, the thing that I loved in comics this year, was the Absolute line in DC. It's such a good reinvention of the DC characters, and the whole perspective, Matt, just to give you like the 50,000 foot view, is it's Batman if he didn't have X, Y, and Z. It's Wonder Woman if it wasn't X, Y, and Z. It's all these characters, and they take the layers back, and they say this. So one of the cool things about Wonder Woman is she is not a princess of Themyscira. She has been given to hell and all of the gods of hell, and she emerges. So she was actually given like a piece of, I guess it's almost like an offering to say, we're gonna have peace. We'll give you our daughter, and she will be in hell. And this is a Diana that's completely different.
She was
And
sacrificed,
it's amazing.
basically. Yeah.
Exactly. Same thing with Batman. This is a Bruce Wayne, no money, no nothing. And he is basically not having gadgets that he can't make in a shop. And he's doing his thing. And the reemergence of all these characters, what they're doing, and even Superman's a little bit different, which and they're doing with all their characters. So basically they're stripping down to what are the themes, but let's change their circumstances and see how it plays out. So it's been very interesting. I love the art. I love the characterization. I like this perspective. So they're doing with all their main characters. Even the Green Lantern one, I'm like, this is blowing my mind because I've read a million versions of all these characters. I'm like, yeah, it's the same thing. It's like they change one thing, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, the DC Absolutes, I mean, is really amazing. And it's really because these writers have basically said, let me just cook. I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? DC's around 80 some odd years now. You know what? You're not gonna wreck Superman. You're not gonna do this, but you know what?
They've killed Superman successfully several times, and he's still here.
Oh, and they made a mulleted Superman come back. I'm like, what? Yeah. Let's not do that. They made him electric. They like even the old books. If you read the old Superman books, those are hilarious. We used to do a lot of the covers on Secret Friends Unite, where it's like, why is Superman a hobo? Oh yeah, that's what we're doing. So I like the fact that we can get really good stories with these classic characters, and they realize when people say you can't write a good Superman story, I say nope. Good writers can, lazy writers can't.
Correct.
Just like all these characters, you know, because like it's just like everybody has a Batman story, everybody has a Superman story, everybody has a Spider-Man story, everyone has one. So,
not all
so yeah, absolutely. And you know, I recommend it. So and this year, another thing I would say really quickly, we got a comic book shop within 2 miles of my house. It's amazing story arc, great shop, amazing folks. They're doing the right thing. They are supporting people and supporting stories and doing the right thing. So I love the fact that we have that now. So I am blessed because as a kid, I had to go to my drugstore, Revco, back in the day, and hopefully something was on the spinner rack.
Pharmacy spinner racks. Yep.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. And Matt, my holy grail is to get a spinner rack eventually. So we'll find it. We'll see it. I can make that happen. Hopefully.
Oh yeah. You can get a spinner rack. You can 3D print a spinner rack.
Well, if you have a 3D printer and like, 5 years later. So really quickly,
know folks, Todd. I know you do.
Yeah. I do know folks, but you know, that would be like, ooh, we'll see. So really quickly, best experiences you had. This one's open like events, travel, concerts, whatever. So really, mine are going to be more like very quick hits on these. Just
go right ahead.
I'm not going to show you.
I have a couple, but I go ahead. I want you to start because I want to hear about Cubs game at Wrigley Field.
Well, this is kind of cool. So I've been to Chicago for like cons and things, but not experienced Chicago. I have drove through Chicago many times from Michigan to Minnesota, but I have not. My parents never went. I'm like, so I feel like I got to experience Chicago. So we did Second City. We did, like the Miracle Mile. We did the thing, all these cool things. And it was like probably the hottest, most humid day in Chicago. Horrible, but we had a good time. So I did that. But I had to go to the Cubs. I had to see the Cubs. I'm a baseball fan when I'm there in attendance. I'm not a baseball fan that I watch things, but I appreciate I appreciate the art and artistry of baseball and what it means. And being in Wrigley Field, a classic stadium, was amazing. We got to watch an amazing game. We had a lot of fun. We got to look around just evenly look like those old houses that are there. And you got people that have put like seating in those like apartments or whatever to see the game. And I'm like, are they allowed to do that? And I'm like, it's just, And then the music, everything we did, we had a great time. So I'm so glad I finally got to do that. It's one of those things like, I love tradition in a way where how does it maintain, considering baseball is kind of like not for everybody these days. It's obviously not the sexiest game, but it still brings people in. And I always tell people, hey, you need to get that like little baseball hat with scoops of ice cream.
Oh yeah. As a 46-year-old man, next time I go to the baseball, that's on the itinerary. Like usually first. But
So
But
do
yeah.
you want to go to like have you been to the Philly Stadium?
Yeah.
Have you been to like?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm like you. I'm not a baseball fan, but I love a trip to the ballpark. I love
being at a sporting event. I think sometimes is good enough.
I will say going to a pro football game sucks.
Oh, I won't do that. It's
like
too
it's
too expensive. You don't see much on the field.
It's too expensive, and you don't realize how long the breaks are when you're watching it on TV. Because
like, what am I even watching? I get distracted.
The room for the commercial. You've left the room for a commercial break. But like I do not like going to a professional football game. Professional basketball, fun as hell. Professional
right there. Little baseball
hockey,
little baseball hat with ice cream.
Yeah, the baseball hat with the ice cream. I had a collection of those from the Iowa Cubs where I grew up. But I will say the best professional sport to watch live is actually hockey.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Hockey is,
and everybody has hopefully everybody has a small town team.
Oh yeah,
and go there. I thankfully I'm near the Wild, so I can see the Wild. I can also see them at the University of Minnesota. I can see the University of Minnesota, where my son goes, take on my team, Michigan State, play hockey in the state of hockey. So you know what, we're lucky. It's a good feeling. Yeah,
I mean, I've always been a Flyers fan. Well, not always. I was a Whalers fan. Then they disappeared,
you know what?
And then I picked the Flyers. But yeah.
But you know, Matt, you know what it all makes hockey good? Gritty.
Oh, 100%. Gritty is the second greatest mascot in the history of Western civilization.
So wait, so I'm gonna pull up Gritty. So everybody who may not
if you don't know Gritty, he is basically the coked out child of Animal from the Muppets.
Well, I really thought at one point like Gritty was not going to make it, but I think he's been braced.
Oh, so Philly loved him from the rip. Like,
of course, and it fits Philly. I mean,
and it was one of those things that like everybody just absolutely lambasted Gritty when he showed up, but the Flyers fans embraced him so hard. And then when he started picking fights with the Fanatic at Phillies games, like all of a sudden Philly's like, okay, we like this guy now.
And this is just great, guys. If you're watching right now, I'm showing when he won the Best of Gritty 2021, I guess he might have won mascot. He is just wrecking havoc. He's not a nice guy. He is the heart of Philly, though.
He is lovable chaos incarnate. He is the best.
I love it. I mean, mascots are supposed to be that. That we talked the San Diego Chicken, the all the different characters we said. So Matt, you said he is number 2. So who is your number 1 mascot?
And as much as I don't like this one, I actually think it might be the Philly Fanatic. I actually think it might be.
He's a weirdo.
He is.
I don't understand him. But I don't understand how he became a thing and when he debuted.
But he is one of those things that everybody like recognizes and almost respects to a weird degree. But like, yeah, the Philly.
That's the one word I never have heard when someone's mentioned the Philly Fanatic.
With regard to I know that like there are tons of great mascots, but like. Yeah. The Philly Fanatic kind of set the standard for the chaos that everybody he set the standard for the way that they can be, the way that mascots should be rapscallions during a game.
I was just talking about this. Apparently the Calgary hockey mascot like picked a fight with like or got into mix with the coach and they pulled out his tongue. I mean, I'm a Michigan State fan, so Sparty is huge.
Oh yeah, Sparty's great.
Top 10. He's great. So, but I do appreciate the Fanatic is different. He's weird. He's odd, and he really fits Philly's vibe.
Oh yeah, 100%. It was one of those things I like pre moving to Philly. I did not like the Phillies. I'm like, who's this stupid Fanatic? But then I went to a Phillies game and watched him work. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I get it now. And now, like, yeah, he's honest.
It is kind of funny. I was even brought this up on our fantasy football cast. I'm like, why does the NFL just not have that many like mascots, but they do have a few, but none of them are really iconic. So
No.
you know what? Mascots make things better. So let's have more of them.
And then speaking of Chicago, Todd.
Yes.
I need to talk about my football team. The Bears.
The Bears?
The Bears.
Oh my goodness. That was a crazy year, Matt.
What?
I mean,
dude, I live in Philly and I walked in after the Bears beat the Eagles and everyone looked at me. They're like,
Caleb Williams is like I said, probably the worst completion percentage of any quarterback that's ever made this far in the playoffs.
Sure.
But I mean, he is so much fun to watch.
He is
in the fourth quarter.
He is doing stuff. And like, if they can build on this, I as someone who's been a Bears fan for a very long time, I don't think it'll happen. I have absolute negative optimism on
Ben Johnson will like basically he's going to bring all the hate in the world, but that's great because Chicago wants to be hated.
Sure, yeah,
like the Packers, right? They're like hate us for a real reason. Versus,
I hate the Packers so much. I hate the Packers.
Everybody does. Like I said, no one can hate the Bears because they've been irrelevant for like what 40 years.
Yeah.
Maybe with what's his name? What's the one dude that had the horrible attitude? Nobody liked him, but he was really good quarterback.
Oh, Jim McMahon.
No. After that, we're talking with Brian Urlacher, that team, that squad.
I don't know. They were so bad for so long, and I got to the point where I didn't even want to watch anymore.
I mean, they had some really good players. I mean, Brian Urlacher was great, but now if you go to Chicago, Matt, I drive to Chicago a lot. All you see is Brian Urlacher hair replacement ads.
Yeah,
it's weird. Chicago's a weird place.
Chicago is a weird place.
Well, indeed. but then you go Chicago, Gary, Indiana. It's just like, what are we doing?
Yeah. This is America. But yeah, the Bears had a season that I am still trying to figure out.
Jay Cutler. That's who I was thinking. Jay Cutler. The perfect one with the cigarette in his mouth because that dude didn't give enough.
No, like that guy. So there's a soccer player who played from the early 2000s until the mid 2010s. He's Brazilian. His name is Kaká.
What?
Yeah.
No.
So Brazilians always give themselves names. Like Pelé is not.
That's not his official name.
No, it's not his name. But no, they all do nicknames.
Ooh.
But
what are we doing, folks?
So the reason, his name is Ricardo Isaacson something, I think. And the reason he chose Kaká as his jersey name is because his little brother or little cousin couldn't say his name when he was a kid.
I'm Toad because my sister could not say Todd.
So cute story, but that a-hole did not he got to where he was given World Player of the Year and then just absolutely he's like, okay, I'm done. Yep. He's like, I don't care anymore. I'll get my big payday at Real Madrid and then just sort of walk around the field. And it was somehow he had all of the talent but none of the drive. and that is Jay Cutler to me.
Exactly. So getting back into things, Matt, really quickly, I'm just going to go through kind of the cavalcade of just weird stuff I did this year.
Love it.
Experiences. Went to Twin Cities Con. I went to the Freakazoid panel. So much fun. The voice actors, everybody that made that show, warmed my heart. Paul Dini. It's just a fun time when I thought, cartoons were doing some really cool stuff. So Freakazoid's great. Check it out. I think you could probably watch it on HBO Max. I'm not 100% sure. Then my wife was invited as the guest of honor at the CSFA. So basically think of the Filipino of America for Minnesota. My wife is Filipino. Yes. She was asked to become the guest of honor. So she spoke about herself as an author, an immigrant, and the fact that she was championing libraries and not banning books. So my wife has been a big advocate of that. So it was awesome to see her on stage, being impressive in front of her peers and her culture. So that was amazing. And the theme of the event was it was the Kentucky Derby. I'm like, what? So we all had to dress in certain ways. So I wore a vest with a jaunty cap. But ladies were wearing these crazy hats, man.
The big hats. They do that.
Yeah. And drinking mint juleps and, I do declare.
I didn't
There's
know
a
that
horse
was
running.
I didn't know that was a thing until I moved to Philly, and like they just started doing it. I'm like,
I didn't expect
they're like,
this to
I'm
be
like,
an Asian Filipino event theme. Is all I'll say.
100%, 100%.
Yeah, it does not fit it, but we're like, okay, we'll do our best. But it was fun, very crazy time, but we had a great time. And they ended the show with Pink Pony Club in a weird like dance montage. So take that as you will. Then let's see.
I do like me some Chaperone.
Oh yeah, and she's very fun. She's very interesting. Even Guar just did a cover of that on like another event, which was very fun. Guar's,
Guar rules.
They are an interesting perspective of theater and music combining, so we'll give them credit for that. But then Minneapolis Ghost Trolley Tour in Minneapolis is amazing. It's at the Pillsbury Mansion. We've got an amazing trolley driver who is big into like, I think this dude needed to be an actor or wants to be an actor, but he's entertaining us as he's driving us around Minneapolis, talking about and they say ghost tours, but it's really like all of the murders that happened around Minneapolis in these houses and things. And it was amazing. We had a great time. Pillsbury the Pillsbury Mansion in Minneapolis, it's an amazing place, but they're basically just like Downton Abbey and all these like, British houses. They need money to keep them up. Yeah. And this house is not owned by a person anymore. It's owned by, you can buy it, you can do whatever.
Yeah.
Correct. So basically that's what they're trying to do. They're making this trolley thing plus an experience to keep this amazing house up. And we had such a great time. We had a blast. And now they're doing like murder mysteries and stuff on the premises, but they're also doing things like that. So I had a blast with our friends. We did find the oldest still standing apartment building in Minneapolis, and they took us into it. Matt, I thought we were gonna die because it was highly unsafe. Like, oh my god, like we're walking down the staircase, it shouldn't be. And I'm like, people actually live here. They allow us to come in here, and every time we've gone downtown since we've seen this place, I'm like, wait, that's the place. I'm like, it's so weird. It just stands alone in Minneapolis in this place. It's such a cool thing. And then lastly, the Addams Family musical, which I'm a big Broadway musical theater fan. I wasn't sure what to expect with this musical. It was amazing. It was awesome. It was another take on the Addams Family I'd never heard before, especially with Wednesday coming out. This was so much fun, very cool. The actors are amazing. I love musical theater. I love the thing that is musical theater that you cannot do elsewhere because everybody else will say that's so cheesy and dumb, but we just love it. So I eat it up. I love musical theater.
Yeah.
Anything for you from other experiences?
So like, I just want to say like, I have an appreciation for musical theater that I have a heart that because of like that same like highfalutin, like I'm above it, it's too silly sort of reason. I have like that inner conflict in myself. But then when you're there and you're watching it happen, it's actually just it's just a fun time. But
it's a vibe that
it is one of those things that like if you're not there, it's easy to not like it. But if you're there and everybody is working, everybody's doing it well, like all of a sudden you are just transported into whatever universe the cast wants you to be in. So I don't think it wasn't really musical theater. I think they performed one song, but I did see a Golden Girls play.
Oh, those are so much fun.
And
I did a Brady Bunch one back in the day. It was in the 90s, Matt. It was fun.
It was 4 dudes in drag as the Golden Girls, and they absolutely nailed it. Like they got Blanche right, they got Sophia right, they got Rose right, they got Dorothy right, they even got Stan right of all places.
But Stan, oh, I love Stan. He's the best.
It was a continuation after like even the Golden Palace, like. It takes
what's his name? Who's the one actor like you're in this? You're like an Academy Award. Don Cheadle. Don Cheadle was it?
But
like, what?
But it was a continuation, and they're also they're making meta jokes. They're like, Sophia, you were how old when the show went off the air? How old are you now? Yeah. And and Sophia's like, none of your business or whatever. Yeah. The last continues so
But
good.
the writing on that show is it's so good.
It's unfair how good this is.
Yes.
And like I love that Sophia is like dealing erectile dysfunction drugs at Shady Pines. Like it's so good. It's so good.
And Rose is our Minnesotan heart. I mean,
and then they
from
create
St. Cloud, Minnesota.
They create a dating service for senior citizens called Creek. And the alert,
our joke with Madam Web, Matt. Remember that?
The alerts are just old wooden squeaky doors. It's so good.
Yep.
But yeah, it wasn't really a musical theater, but like you talking about the Addams Family just made me immediately think of that. So I sent you a Discord image. I'm gonna do this because I got back into a tabletop game this year called Guild Ball. I'm going to talk about it again.
Oh my goodness. Yes. This has been like, Matt is like, you talk about people becoming, their identity becomes something.
Well,
this is Matt, right?
I even said that on BlueSky. I'm like, yeah, Guild Ball. I am all about Guild Ball now.
Like you're like an ambassador, Matt. Like you're not just like the dude.
Yes. I've got some news, Todd.
You've got proppers.
Oh I played this back when it was originally released in 2015. I didn't get into it till like 2016, but it's board game soccer with fighting, and all the teams are themed around medieval guilds. They released so the company that made the game canceled the game in 2021. Like they weren't going to support it anymore. A community project started. They ended up gathering steam, keeping games happening, keeping tournaments happening, and they ended up making their own goddamn guild called the Lamplighters. Lamplighters are fun. It's a great. This is a fantastic rule set. I could go for hours. I'm not going to here, but 2024, Steamforge picked it back up and said they're going to think about maybe possibly putting money towards Guild Ball again. 2025, new guild comes out. It is the Lumberjacks. I've played with and against them. They're really fun, really interesting. I think the theme is really good. But I got back into it like August of this year, and I didn't have any. It took me a bit to find people around me in Philly that play, so I ended up just playing online tournaments digitally, and I started, meeting people, making friends, and I said, hey, if you ever just want like a casual game, I want to play as much of this as possible. Like most of my nights since I got back in have been playing Guild Ball online till stupid early in the morning.
So when you play online, is there like, so what I'm showing right now is just people playing with like physically with other people. Is there a digital version?
So yes and no. I'm going to show you what online Guild Ball looks like. At least one of the modules. Just give me 1 second. I just got to find it.
Yep.
So there is a Twitch channel called Guild Ball de Primera. They are Argentinian.
Oh my god! It's like the what is the one La Liga or whatever La Liga.
Yeah. That's what they're doing.
La Liga. Yes.
But so this is what Guild Ball looks like online. I sent it to you on Discord.
Where did you put it?
I put it on Discord.
Okay.
Here it is in the chat if you want it.
Okay. Whatever you want to put it, I will put it up. Do that. I've got a link. I will do this. So folks, just remember, I would say watch the show versus listen, but if you're listening, then watch the video. So let me put this up. So here we go. Now here it is.
The people that put this on, they're in Argentina, and so it's all Spanish.
Okay.
But but so when you're looking at it online,
is this the interface you're talking about?
So no, this is a different thing. This is Longshanks. What you're seeing right now is sort of like the database of like all active players right now.
So what would be a good place to show people kind of like what is this?
This
Okay,
is what the online. So it's essentially
Okay.
what you're looking at is you're looking at a soccer field top down. You have little icons for players, and
Okay.
it is essentially it's basically chess without squares.
So
So you are
is somebody like when I look at this, because I've seen the people in real life doing the thing.
Mhm.
So Matt, do they animate things as
No.
it happens? What's the like, I can see it.
So you basically you create little auras around each of these little pieces,
Okay.
and you have to get to within like engagement distance and things like that, but it's really just dice rolls.
Okay.
Like you see along the left side here, you see like mash. That's that player's character card, so you have access to all of that in a turn.
I'm fast forwarding because I'm trying to find something that looks interesting.
Yeah, you won't see anything that looks interesting. I'm going to tell you right now.
Okay.
It's not a visual powerhouse at all. It is predominant.
So this is more of a.
It is
happens.
Yeah, it is X's and O's making football plays. Like that's what it is.
Here's your game log. So basically, this is, I guess, your turns.
Yeah, like this is everything that's happened so far.
And this is like the tapper. Is this like the
tapper's one of the players
playing as?
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Okay. So basically, you're saying I've got to select that character, do something.
That
includes a move.
It includes So it includes moves and actions. Each character can only move once, and the actions they can perform are based on how much influence on the game you've allocated at the beginning of the turn.
Okay, so that gets it. So I'm gonna temper your excitement about this.
Sure.
So Matt, in regards to this, I get that it's very obviously engaging to certain people. It requires a certain personality, things like that. So I would say this. What is the one thing you'd say? If this sounds interesting to people, what should they do next?
In terms, what do you mean? What should they do next? Like in terms of
like in regards to like, I want to get involved in this. I want to learn more.
I'm getting there.
It's like what is the nerd 101? Like,
so
hey, do this next.
The nerd 101 thing is to ask someone about it. And basically,
how would they find someone?
So there's a Discord called the Guild Ball Community Project.
Okay.
That is basically everybody that is active and interested in the game, as well as like it's digital or physical. Now, I have also become a playtester in this game. So I am helping them balance models now.
Okay.
I'm helping them further iterate on the design of the game. I'm not being paid for this.
And
I'm
this gives them some context, Matt. Where you started, you're like, I'm interested in this, and it's like you've gone on a journey with this. So it's not like this happened overnight. It's something you've been very excited about. You followed, and then you became. It became a bigger thing. So so this is like, if you're interested in something like this or something else, there's ways you can become more than just a casual fan. So
exactly.
I think, Matt, the big win is you're really excited about this. You're passionate about it, obviously. And it became like, wait, I can become part of this. And you are. So I think I would say if anybody's interested in learning more, they should really talk to you.
I mean, I'll happily talk their ear off about it. Absolutely. But like, so this game is the only one of these, and it's in the subject. It's in the section of tabletop gaming that is wargaming. I've never been a war gamer. I will not become a war gamer. Like when Guild Ball was canceled, I looked at others and just nothing did it. The idea of soccer with fighting was the thing for me, and plus, as far as approachability in the tabletop space, this is actually the easiest one I've found, and I'm a big old dummy. So I was really in love with this before, then they canceled it, and then when I found out they were coming back, I'm like, okay, I'm going to see how that community project is doing, because I knew it started. I didn't realize that they had created their own guild, and I basically just started going in and talking to people and say like, okay, I haven't played.
That's kind of how it works, right? It becomes like, you need to be involved to be involved.
Yeah, and like,
Yeah.
and in the tabletop space specifically, there's a certain, I don't want to say gatekeepiness, but everybody is their own brand of socially awkward. So when you're like genuinely asking, they're also tempering their answers because they don't want to overload you and scare you away.
It's like a Reddit group, right? It becomes like people will be interested, but they want to encourage people that are really interested versus like people that obviously are just asking questions. And they want to inform, but they also want to be like, we want to get the next people that are also involved.
We want more players, and like
exactly
playing in these tournaments.
It's a balance, right? You don't want to be in a part of a group. It's like we said, audiophiles. We want people to like more vinyl, but we don't also want people to be like assholes about it. So
exactly,
it really is it's a interesting balance. Right?
So the community project helped me find people locally to me. I've played physical games with them, and I've got a crew of people who want to grow the game here. And then I played against a couple of the play testers in one of the tournaments I was in, and they were telling me they were doing that. I'm like, how did you do that? And they're like, just talk to that guy. So I just asked, I'm like, hey, he's like, well, can you play at least one game every 2 weeks? I'm like, yeah, I play like 7 a week. So
these communities are typically, they want more people to be involved. So really just finding that Sherpa, the person that like is going to be kind and help you is really important. So in this case, Matt is your guy. So he will share links and I will share those links so you can check it out if you are interested.
I will share links. I will teach you how to play the game online. If you happen to be in Philly, I will teach you how to play physically. I've got enough stuff that my wife is like, is this guild ball going to be a problem? So,
well, only make it a problem, honey.
I mean,
you don't.
I'm like, I pay attention to your needs, our son's needs. I make sure that everybody here is taken care of.
But do you understand my guild ball needs?
Then I play guild ball. But yeah, I
exactly. It's like this is my one like crack habit. So
yeah, I could do drugs. Instead, I decided to do models.
This may be more expensive though. Oh well,
no, it's not. It 100% is not.
That's good to hear. So yeah, let's for all things Guild Ball, Matt is your guide. He will share links. I will share links.
Yes.
So very, very cool. So Matt, I think it's time to move on because we're really getting to the point where we're getting to some interesting
the thing is, Todd, we just have to talk more so we don't talk so long.
No, absolutely. Trying to condense what we want to talk about and share is so crazy that we realize, wow, we're just too broad, but we also love to just go deep.
We like too many things, Todd. We like too many things.
That's my problem. I am like I said, that's why I don't play as many video games. That's why I don't do as many things as I want to do in all the things I like. I do a little bit and I would like to do more. But so that very quickly we get into best collectibles or merch you found. So for me, this is very simple. It's stuff I found that was just so goofy and fun that it's just stuff I like. So let me see if I can actually share it because I've been using like multiple programs to take pictures and things of like stuff I like. So that's the really hard part. Where's my stuff? So Matt, I'm like in this, like I put it somewhere. So let's see if I can find where I stored it. But while I'm like floundering, is there anything you want to share, like merch or like things you bought this year that you want to share? Actually,
there is. And perfect. Sadly, it's Guild Ball related. So when I first started with these tournaments, there's 19 teams. So I decided to roll a D20. And whatever number came up, I was going to go in alphabetical order. That one was going to be the team I used. Sure. First tournament was the Butchers. I hated them, so I'm like rolling again. And then I got the order. And the order, I played one game, and I'm like, oh, this is my kind of thing. Well, I found online the physical models, like new inbox as a team. They don't do the metal models anymore, but I found the metal ones.
Oh, okay.
And I found them and put them together while I was in Minnesota. And that was really fun. I will send an image. Because I need to flounder and find that too. But yeah, that was really it, just because since they're not doing metal models anymore, like a lot of that is going to be way harder to find. I do like that the company Steamforge did put everything as 3D printable STLs. Like, I think.
Do you have any images you want to share?
Yeah, I'm actually looking for it. I apologize.
Okay, perfect. No problem.
Yeah,
This is a work in progress because I'm like, I took pictures and I'm like, where did I put it? So
yeah, mine. Now I have to. Oh God, I feel like such an old person right now.
Where did I put the thing? And oh my goodness, can you help me find it?
I was just wondering.
Yeah.
So it's around here somewhere. Where'd you go? Crap. There you go. I sent it to you on Discord.
Okay, great. Let me bring that up, and I'll share the image because that's
it's going to be on its side, but it is what it is. But like, yeah, they're doing 3D printing. They have most of their entire line up on myminifactory.com. And that's where you can go get STLs, 3D print stuff. And it's most of the actual, you buy them team specific. So
is that a $50 price point? I see that.
The price tag was 50, but
okay.
I got it for 25.
Nice.
So
nice.
because eBay.
Perfect. Love that. Guys, find ways to make your hobby affordable.
Yes. There are plenty of them out there. But yeah, they're doing 3D printables, so it's basically easier than it ever has been to get access to the game. Because playing when they were still doing just the physical ones, a lot of them were out of stock all the goddamn time. It was annoying. Todd, your collectible merch.
Yes. So I'm just pasting my stuff in because I have a few stories along the way with this. So I'm not going to take too long, but I think the one that makes the most sense is talking about this one. So baking up love. I mean, like, what are you talking about, Todd? So one of my first loves is the Minnesota Vikings. One of the reasons why is because my dad is from Minnesota. My dad passed away in 2007. He went to Bemidji State University with a guy named Larry Nelson, also known as Cowboy. He was an athletic trainer for the Minnesota Vikings when they first started to play, and they had their training camp at Bemidji State University. So my dad, when he moved to Michigan, turned me into a Vikings fan. And he always talked about certain teams and certain players. And Alan Page is one of those players, I think, that is a transformative person in the way of not only being an amazing athlete, but an amazing person. He is part of the Purple People Eaters.
Yeah.
He left the NFL as an amazing athlete. He became a Supreme Court justice for Minnesota. Amazing person.
Yeah.
He then had amazing kids. He stayed in Minnesota, and he helped his daughter, who is an elementary school teacher, write books with her father. And one of the books is Baking Up Love. I did not know I was going to get to meet the man and get a autograph and also talk to him at an event this fall where my wife was there as well as a featured author. And he is an older man in the twilight of his life, but you see his passion for his daughter, his family, and these stories about him connecting with his kids with baking. Alan Page is a treasure, and I wish we had more stories about athletes doing more than just making money, but also making a difference. So Alan Page is a national treasure.
Yeah.
And I got to talk to him, got to mention like, hey, my story and the fact that he remembered my father's friend Cowboy, who was for me, he was like an uncle to me, and he autographed the book. We got an experience this fall in Red Wing, Minnesota. It was amazing, and this really touched my heart. I've got his autograph. I've got this book, and it was I didn't expect it because I didn't know he was going to be there. So it was a once in a lifetime experiences. Yeah. So they say don't meet your heroes, but when I met him, I mean, it was just transformative. He loves his daughter so much and he supports her. He's there showing up, and his daughter is amazing. She's an amazing teacher supporting Minnesota schools. So Ellen Page, I salute you, man.
You are a real one, sir.
Oh, absolutely.
I love that.
You know, athletes are often just horrible people. But in this case, man, it's amazing. I want more athletes to be like this. So yeah, that was great. I love that, which then leads me to more things that I hope are a little bit more fun, and that is the Simpsons are kind of having a renaissance of like the things I loved as a young person that became reality, and that is they made a talking Krusty doll from the Treehouse of Terror. Target had it. You pull his string, he makes the sounds.
I like to play with
it was $15, Matt, this Black Friday. I bought it.
As you should, sir.
As I should.
As you should. You have earned it.
Yes. So much fun, kind of cool. There's also the Mo phone, like from the phone from Mo's Tavern as well, which I'm like, should I get that too? Well, if it's cheap or super cheap, I'll get it. But you know what?
Yeah, yeah, like what are you doing with the phone? Like, what are you
exactly
doing?
I'm like, I guess I could just sit there and like prank people. I also have this, Matt.
Do you have a landline at your house that you could use?
Well, no, I have this like Triumph, the insult comic dog. like listen to this.
I've got news for you. You suck.
My wife got me this. I mean, what do I do with this thing? I got it.
Yeah,
it's Triumph, the insult comic dog in a
Tamagotchi, it looks like.
Exactly. It's kind of like what was the one comic that would always carry a little Leslie Nielsen. He'd always, when he would do interviews, he'd bring a little fart machine when he interview. Like, this is me, Matt.
Yeah.
When I'm 85 years old, I'm gonna bring this and like have Triumph the insult comic dog do this. That's what I'm gonna do. So it's my thing, Matt. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Logan's kids are gonna love you.
Oh, absolutely. I said, you know what, kid? I don't care if you have kids, you adopt kids, whatever. Please have grandchildren so I can like be dumb. Because I want to do that. I want to dote.
Yeah.
So then I talk about like something fun. I did a comic book project, Matt. So I bought this, and this is like the end project. I'm like, let's see, I need to get the one. So this is kind of like the end game, is basically to get this cool cabinet and put a huge comic book image on my comic book collection. This is a huge magnet, Matt. This is like 3 feet wide by 5 feet wide.
Yeah. It's a giant cabinet.
Like $35 for you. So you can do this. If you have anything else you want in a big magnet for super cheap and the graphics look great. So I got this because I wanted to put my comic books in a way that was easier to navigate. So let me get the other image, because this is the end game. I'm going to cut out the pieces so I can open these up separately and still keep the integrity of the image. But what the cool part is, let's see if I got it here. So let me see. Oh, wow. You're seeing, let's see. I can get this. Oh, here it is. Maybe I can do this. I'm going to copy this. This is like how the sausage is made, which is great, which I think people love, you know, like, how do you do this? Oh, I put it in Google Docs and I do this. So I've got your image there. I'm going to do this, boom, do that. So this is what it looks like. So basically it's a Han cabinet, which is like, I had to find a group that says, how do you like do this? Like, oh, it's the comic book cabinet guys. Like, oh God. So I'm going down there.
There are guys.
There's groups. So you can see that there's like this thing, and this one opens up differently. So
that's really
ultimately
cool.
This is covering that. So this is going to be cut so I can open up all the drawers, and I have magnets that I can actually pull to open it up. It's weird. It's fun. It's
that's
cool.
awesome. I like that a lot, actually.
And then the rationale behind this cover is I love Art Adams, who's the artist, and there was a run on Fantastic Four where both Ghost Rider, Spider-Man, Wolverine, and Hulk.
I'm looking at this. I'm like, that's not the Fantastic Four.
Absolutely. This is like the weirdest run. I loved it. Art Adams is one of my favorite artists. I just love how he does the characters. And I'm like, can I make this comic cover like super huge and do this? Yes, you can for $30 on like this weird trucker website with like magnet things. I'm like, So Matt, if you want like a huge magnet you put on your car
I'm just
with
picturing
whatever,
like a GeoCities page.
oh yeah. So Matt, if you want like a guild ball, like your life to be guild ball and like have it on your car, you can do this with with this group for like less than $50. I know you're tempted now, so I will leave it there.
So I have to get the teams and then require a place to put them. So it's a project now.
Well, exactly. You can put this anything where even your fridge, if you like your refrigerator, you could do this with your.
If I put something like that about Guild Ball on our fridge.
How about a beverage fridge?
I'm getting divorced.
Start small, build up, right? Yeah.
So I think what I would do is right now there are 19 teams in Guild Ball. Actually, I think the Lumberjacks are 20 now. Yeah. I don't remember off the top of my head.
Yep.
But if I were to do that, it would be like a little cabinet where I keep all the models, and I would put that on the outside. I don't know what I'd put, like, because I wouldn't want to just put my favorite team or like the team that I main, but I would probably do like some composite art of like a lot of the players, because the other thing about Guild Ball is there's really good lore. Like the stories in it are really good. But that's a really cool idea, and the fact that there are cabinet guys that do this, like, I love that.
Oh, it's weird. It's like, and that's the great thing about like social media. I know people like, oh, it's the ruination of man, but I would say you find groups that are like, they just want to have fun with what they do. There's places to find that. So yeah. And then lastly, an artist I love, Aunt Lucia. I got to meet him at the Twin Cities Comic-Con. He does amazing art. It's beautiful. He does a calendar every year. This year, like, he did the calendar for like the serial characters, like the General Mills characters, but he made them very like beautiful, amazing. And he did a line of DC characters called the Bombshells. That was kind of like characterized like the, think of like the canopies on like World War II fighters.
Yeah, they're like this is Wonder Woman as a pinup, essentially.
Absolutely. The Betty Riveter. Yeah, exactly.
What her name? I forget.
Yeah, Betty the Riveter. Thinking like we can do
Betty Page
like that.
That's who it is.
Yeah, Betty Page.
Betty Page. Rosie the Riveter.
Rosie the Riveter. Yep. Those things. And then he also did a comic book. He did a calendar this year of like all serial characters, like, Captain Crunch, but as a sexy pinup woman. Amazing guy. I'm trying to get him on my podcast, really, because I love him to pieces. He's amazing. But I bought this piece. So he and I and my wife, we talked, and like this is the piece I bought. It's acrylic. It's just like a stand-up. And I'm like, I love his art. It's so vibrant, so wonderful. It's so great. So this is one of the other pieces I bought. I'm like, I love this. It's small. It was like $40. So yeah, I would say if you ever go to a con, find an artist, buy stuff, and display it.
Yeah. 100%.
Do that.
100%.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like, I love that particular piece because it made me think of like so many other things apart from being Wonder Woman. Like, you think about like all the pinup art from 40s, 50s. You think of Rosie the Riveter, but like it made me think of like the Fallout series in a weird way.
Oh, absolutely. That aesthetic.
But I'm also looking at retro future. Yeah. And I'm also looking at this particular art, and I'm like, this is brimming with like character and there's a certain like almost life to it that the Fallout characters just do not have. That's a hard thing to pull off, if we're being honest.
So I was just looking, I'm like, oh, that calendar is actually hanging up on my wall. It's actually expired, but I mean, you can just see, like, even at this point, it's like the Boo Baby. So this is
like, my God, that's Boo Berry.
Yeah, this is like
Frank and Betty. Nice.
yeah. And there's a lot of these, like the Lucky Charms.
Oh no.
So it's a great calendar. I'm like, every
Lucky Charmer looks like something out of Peaky Blinders. That's awesome.
Exactly. It's like, there's a great. I mean, there's just more here. I mean, Trixie, like,
that's awesome.
I mean, this is an amazing calendar. He does this every year. There's the Yummy Mummy.
Yum Mummy.
My company no longer makes. And obviously, folks, I work for General Mills, so the Monster cereals are my, cup of tea.
Mhm.
So we got this, the Fruit Brute. We've got this one. This is like
I do
Tiger,
love the Monster
obviously.
cereals.
Yeah.
I wish Yummy Mummy still existed. It was good.
Yeah, and we've got honey, the honey nut Cheerios with Buzz Bee. We've got the Cookie Crook.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, this is such a fun.
That's good.
So this is a good one because it's actually
Which one is that?
This is Carmela Creeper, who is a new addition. She was a zombie DJ, Matt, for the Monsters. She's brand new. So yeah, I know. I got to keep up on the lore, and then we've got
Chocolata, nice. I was waiting for. I was wondering what
Captain Cutie.
Cutie, okay.
Yeah, and then we've just got nothing.
So, they kind of look like they belong in Guilty Gear somehow.
Oh, it is totally like
so good.
What's the old era of the sexy goth chicks in the streaming era? It was like that era.
Geez.
That's the characters. Yeah.
What was it? The Demon Girls or whatever?
It was something like that. But yeah, that's what we're talking about. I love To Pieces. It's so fun. The cheesecake, it's all fun. Yeah. I love the fact that people are embracing that culture. Adam Hughes is another artist. If you want to look him up, he does the same thing. His characters are amazing. So, Matt, that is it for this episode.
We got one more. We got one more thing.
Okay, you're holding me accountable because I'm like, maybe we don't talk about that. But yeah,
we got to look forward. We got to look forward. What are you looking forward to?
Okay, so the fun part is I've already bought a couple of tickets for things going forward this year. So I will say this. My son is the hugest fan of Bruno Mars. He also loves the band that he has with
Silk Sonic.
Yes, he loves Silk Sonic. I'm like, son, I cannot afford the Las Vegas that thing, but we bought tickets to the Bruno Mars tour in Minneapolis. It's going to be at the stadium. The Viking Stadium, which I've never been for except for a marching band competition, Matt. I'm such a geek. I took my son to that, and that's obviously now where he's leaning. So that is what I'm looking forward to. And also, my buddy from Washington State. He is coming down with his family, and we are seeing My Chemical Romance, the 25th anniversary of is the Black Parade,
right? Yeah.
Yes, they're performing as well.
No, the Black Parade came out in 2006.
Is it 20 years?
It would be 20 years since the Black Parade, but
we're seeing that. I'm like, you know what? It's of a time, and I'm like, why not? I'm like, sure. Tickets weren't that expensive. We're going to go. It's going to be fun. So I'm excited for that. And obviously there's some other things I want to do, but those are the two events I'm very excited about. I want to see more bands. I want to see more concerts. I want to do all that. But those are the two things that I'm aware of that are on my radar. And I'm a planner. So I always look ahead, like who's going to be there, who's coming, but that is right. And the biggest news though, is in my community, we have from my house 20 miles away or 10 miles away, we have an amusement park called Valley Fair. Very cool. We have a cool casino, and we also have a racehorse track, but they're finally building a decent outside music auditorium outside and we're going to get amazing artists still going for it. So that's one thing I've been frustrated because I come from Michigan. We had a lot of outdoor auditoriums. We're finally getting some in Minnesota, not that far from where I live. I'm so excited.
Nice.
Not for the bands this year, but the bands I'll get to see in the future.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about you?
So honestly, I'm looking forward to getting better at Guild Ball. I'm sorry I keep bringing that up.
No, man, that's awesome for you to have that passion.
But I'm also looking forward to growing with my diagnosis that I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to living with that in a way where I can say like, okay, I am of a normal sleep cycle. I am of a normal level.
Getting back to normal is probably the best way to say it, right?
Yeah, and like I've really started to feel that in the past 2 weeks. Like I started to be like, oh wait a minute, like I had because the other night I was at work. Well, it's Saturday night now. I was at work until 2:30 in the morning on Wednesday because I was
and you work
because I
like those hours you work obviously are challenged to begin with.
yeah, like
Right?
I'm noon to 10:30 4 days a week.
Yeah.
But when I'm on call, like if things are going on, I have to stay. So we had a case. We had one of the more challenging cases that I've seen since I've been in this job.
And Matt works for the medical industry.
Yes, I'm an X-ray tech that stands next to brain surgeons all day.
Yes, you are critical in that thing of basically diagnosis, early detection, all those things as things are happening.
Yes, and it was that day that like I went home. I got a few hours of sleep before my son woke up, and like Reba had been up and down with him all night, so I had to like take over. And I immediately realized like, oh, I'm not dead right now. I am alert, and I'm with it in a way that like even 3 months ago I probably wouldn't have felt like that. So I'm looking forward to getting that and more in 2026 finally, after so long of just thinking that I just had to tough it out.
Yeah, so it's that experience of like when you can say like, I don't have to just accept.
Yeah. It didn't have to be that way.
Exactly. And it's like, wow, it feels so cool. So I think the big message is like, we're on a journey, and don't assume your journey is over and just the what you've got is where you're going to be. I'm on a journey where my wife says, what's next with your CPAP? I'm like, maybe it's that insight thing. And I scan a thing and I'm like, I don't know what that means. And maybe I get the right medication that makes me be more effective, a better Todd, where I'm like, I'm not crazy, I can't focus, and I'm full of anxiety, and I'm like, I'm worried about all these things. I'm like, I just want to make good stuff and make people happy and talk to cool people. That is my main goal. So I'm very excited.
You ever watch Ted Lasso?
I love Ted Lasso. I bought Ted Lasso biscuits when I was at the Warner Brothers studio. And they're amazing. They're very tasty. They're very good. But I do believe. I believe I am all about that goldfish life. I'm a firm believer in what Ted was, and like you got to embrace your past. In like his therapist life. I've found the best therapist in the world. She is the sauciest lady in the world, Matt. You would love her. She is like, oh my God, we get each other so much. So, if you tried therapy and you didn't have the right person, try again.
Yeah.
Because when it works, it works.
Yeah.
You don't dread it. You look forward to it.
Yeah. I tried it in 2023, and that therapist was not right for me. And then I found my therapist now in March, and I love her to pieces.
Oh yeah.
But what I was doing with Ted Lasso is like, think of the Higgins quote. It's not about being perfect. It's about getting better. You have to be willing to ask for help and accept the help.
A quote I often say to my son, because he is dealing with ADHD. He also deals with perfection obsession. And I said, the best thing you can do is think about progress over perfection. Are you getting there? It doesn't have to be perfect. But if you're worried about perfection so much that it halts you from progress, that is the problem.
Yep. So
most people are not expecting you to be perfect, but if you're halted, that's not acceptable. So you got to live with life. I mean, I'm going to accept your limitations, but it can't be limiting you in life. It's just rough. So yeah, being a dad of a 20-year-old is so different, but it is crazy. It's fun. It's interesting. And it's amazing. And love your kids the age they are. But the long term is you're crafting someone who's going to be amazing. Yeah. So enjoy it while it lasts, and take them to Super Nintendo World, Matt. Oh my God. We had so much fun with my son, and he loved it. And Matt had a 20-year-old, and he's like, Dad, you have to do this thing and this thing and this thing. He's pure gamer. We got stamps we got to collect. So I'm like, holy God, that's great. Because I'm like, it's so cool to see him at this age. And yeah, some people are like, you got to do this when you're young. I'm like, sometimes you don't do things when they're young. You wait till they're like the coolest person in the world, and they're gonna have just an awesome time. Because they're gonna be old. They're not always gonna be young. They're gonna be old. They're gonna be cool. They're gonna have cool discussions with you, and they're gonna make you pissed off. They're gonna make you like, oh, and they're gonna
frustrate you. They're gonna challenge you. Yeah,
gonna show you the coolest thing in the world, man. They're gonna be like, I never would have discovered this, and thank you so much for doing that.
Exactly. Yeah. And we came together through gaming and all of that.
Oh yeah.
And when I started, telling people that I was going to be a dad, they're like, well, that immediate, like, well, how are you going to raise them on games? And I said, you know what? I'm not.
No, let them find their path.
I'm going to, if
don't be like, they have to do this. No, let them find
I will continue to play video games. If they want to play with me, I will. Yes. I will find ways to do that. Well, you're a big music guy. What are you going to introduce them to? I'm going to like whatever he wants to play. Like my son comes to my record shelf and he just pulls stuff off. And I'm like, you want me to play that? He's like, yeah. I go, okay. Now his attention span isn't really there. So like once I've gotten a record on the player, he's got like 3 more off the shelf and he wants to hear all of them. But it's a process. He's growing. He'll figure it out. And I will support him wherever he goes. That's my job. I always
say this. Like my dad had certain things that he imprinted upon me, his taste, his interests, but he didn't make me want to be a junior Tony Oxtra.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how we should view it.
Yeah.
He liked Westerns. He liked hunting. He liked golfing. He liked all these things. He liked smoking and drinking bad beer.
Sure.
But he didn't say I had to like the same things. We got to let our kids find their own place. You can't make your junior kids because they're going to push back and they're going to be disappointed. So find what they like. And you know what? You may just be so excited because you find something cool you may like too. So, man, we are getting deep in the weeds of just all these cool things, Matt. And I'm so happy to have you as a friend.
Same.
Someone we just met out of the blue and we forged this friendship.
We met on Facebook in Podcast Beyond's group like 12 years ago, Todd.
And I'm sure I pissed people off. Like I'm the worst person in the world.
No, well, so like that's what it was. Like we were a
small group at the
time. Were younger and dumber than
we were embracing like bad takes and just having a good time. And you know what? Maybe we can get beyond that because you know what? As someone said, our digital life lives longer than we expect. So you know what? If we can actually meet in person, our digital life is probably different than our real life. Yeah.
And you know what I will say, as someone who has met you in person, Todd, the digital and the physical aren't very different. And that is the most beautiful thing about you.
I'm guessing though I'm shorter than you expected, or maybe I'm taller. I don't know. I'm 5'4".
So here's the thing: as someone who met a lot of folks in those groups in person, everyone was always shocked at my height.
Yes,
they're like, "Oh my God, you're." And frankly, I honestly never thought about it. To be honest with you, I didn't think about it until you said it that time at that bar that we were supposed to play games at, but didn't because
we didn't play any games. The best like pinball arcade, whatever bar, and we didn't touch them at all. We just had the best conversation.
We had
with your sister, her friend. Oh my God.
Yeah,
that's what I crave.
We just sat for 3 hours chilling. It was great. Yeah. So yeah. Thank you for being you, Todd.
Oh my God. It's kind of crazy. Life that you have and where you're going to lead and the people you meet. It's just so great. So, and that's why I do this to this day. It's like I say, why do I do this? Because the people I meet may be the best people I meet in my future, and they may be the best friends I make as an adult. So, Thank you, Matt, for making this my best year ever. The show could not happen with awesome people to talk about the stuff we love. So once again, thank you so much. So before we close this marathon of podcasting fun, this
giant bomb
this
levels
melange of things we love, because this is the one I'm like, Matt's the guy I'm going to talk about this stuff with. And we were supposed to have a host. We were supposed to have a co-host John Wall, who couldn't join us, and I don't even know what we'd have done, but John would have been along and had a great time too. But we may not have talked about the same things. But
He would have been like, "Are you guys still going?"
Exactly. It's a marathon. It's almost midnight. It's a Saturday night.
Yeah.
It's all right for fighting. And the sad part is, it's an hour later for Matt. So Matt's like, I don't even sleep well, Ox.
Well,
what are you doing to me?
So here's the thing.
Now you do, though. Hopefully,
we are about to embark on Snowpocalypse 2026 in Philly.
Oh, thank you. You're welcome. We were giving it to you.
Yeah. Apparently. Now, so growing up in the Midwest, like I know how to deal with large amounts of snow.
Yeah.
And usually when they start talking about Snowpocalypse, I shrug it off because they're talking about 6 inches.
Yeah.
And they're talking like 8 to 12. So I know what I need to do to deal with that. So it's going to start around 2. I'm probably going to stay up a few hours just to see if it actually starts and how fast it starts. So I know like what kind of, if I need to start shoveling early, because you start shoveling early, it's easier on your back.
Oh yeah, you need to make progress. You can't just wait till it's done.
Don't wait till it stops.
It's a gamble because you could try, but it doesn't always work on your benefit.
Yeah, like it's not one of those things like there's no like I could definitely shovel and then it'll look like in the morning that I was never even out there. But I also know that like after the snow stops, it's supposed to like freezing rain and sleet, and that becomes an even bigger issue. So I am just going to do right by my family here and prep the outside accordingly, because I also have to go into work on Monday because I work in healthcare and sickness doesn't care about the weather.
No, and I was into work and I'm sharing Minnesota. The last 2 days, they have been the coldest I've ever seen in Minnesota. -21. I mean, that's not wind chill, folks. That's like the real weather right now.
That's the pure uncut weather.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because we don't get a lot of snow. Sometimes we do because we don't have a lot of like bodies of water near us. We have a lot of we have 10,000 lakes. They're not that big. But we do get a lot of cold and it drives you out. It gets, dehydration. Yeah. And I feel bad for my pets because my dog, I hope he pooped. I hope he did his business. Cold. But Matt, oh God, I have electric vehicle. My range is shorter than I expected. It's crazy. Yeah. But man, and considering what we got going on in Minneapolis right now, the protesters that are out there, I give it so much love. The fact that they're out there, -20, telling people, please treat us like humans.
Treat us like people. God.
Exactly. So yeah. I don't want to get into like the politics, but man, we want the world to be a better place. That's why I want to do this show. Tell people that it'll be a better place. We're going to have good experiences, and that's why I do this show. So let me get rid of this nonsense of weather that's just horrible. I also, Matt, just one last thing. I spent the last 3 hours changing my cell phone carrier at a Costco.
Oh,
3 hours. Oh my God. I thought I was going to purgatory in hell.
Oh,
it worked out. But man, I felt so bad for the dude that was doing this. He made so many mistakes, but I'm like, I'm here for you, bro. I'm not going to give you hell. He's a young guy. He's 21 years old. I'm like, you know what?
Life hasn't begun for you, bud. It's fine. You don't need me ruining this.
That's how we do. That's how we make people triumph over issues, and it worked well. So I will be an AT&T member on probably Wednesday. So that is it. So Matt, wow. I'm going to stop us before we get to 3 hours.
Yeah.
Matt, where can people find you and your wisdom and your awesomeness around?
You can find me on BlueSky at infinite-rewind. They don't do underscores there, so that's the only other place. Otherwise,
weird. Like maybe some dots.
Yeah, like I have Instagram, but I don't really post there unless I'm like reposting reels. But that's infinite_rewind. And then if you ever want to play a game, I'm usually playing Helldivers. So or Guild Ball. Ask me about Guild Ball. I'll tell you about Guild Ball.
So Matt, I think if you tell people though that they may find you, but you're going to be lame as it ever was.
Yep,
that's the problem. So you just have to tell people, hey, you got a guy with a mustache.
Yeah,
So,
that's from the Beastie Boys Sabotage video. It's Nathan
Absolutely,
Windess, Cochise. Rest in peace, MCA. We miss you.
Oh God, I love
yeah.
So that's the problem with socials. Like, are you the right guy? Are you the person? Is that the right thing? Yeah.
If you're asking that with regard to me, it's probably correct.
Okay, yeah.
Like,
You're an interesting guy, Matt. I would say you're a Gundam guy. You're all into these weird things, so you know.
My interest goes some places, and my wife is sometimes unsure what to do with me.
Oh God! Don't even ask me about like my anime background, my all these things. I'm like, why do I like this? Why do I watch so many videos about people that are cleaning things like horse hooves, cow hooves? Yeah, we live in a weird life. We go down rabbit holes, and we are just better for it. I would
when
think.
my wife asks me that, I just say it's better than Big Bang Theory, and that makes her angry.
Oh God, no, it's better than a lot of things. But you know what? We're doing the right thing. We're supporting each other, and we're all good dudes. So we're not husband. What is it? Wife guys? That's the weirdest.
Oh,
thing.
I'm a total wife guy. Guy.
But not that type of wife guy. You know, I would say wife guy where it's like you do that, but you're also a horrible person. But you try to say that because I like my wife, I'm a good guy. No. Wife guy is like a horrible term now, Matt.
Yeah, it's been co-opted by shitty people.
To our wives. Let's put it this way. Yeah, we don't disguise our badness by saying we like our wives. No.
Oh God, no. Yeah, no, absolutely not.
No.
My shortcomings are mine alone, and I'm trying.
Yeah. Our wives stay with us despite our weirdness, and that's what's great. And
despite their better judgment,
they are oddity. They're odd too, but you know what? They have their quirks too. Women are weird and odd and have the same things. Like, you know what, guys? It's somehow on us. We're not the worst.
No,
the women we marry are also odd. So we are, as Rocky once said, Matt. And this brings us back to Rocky. I got gaps. You got gaps. Together we fill gaps. So with that, Matt, we are just going around. Where can people find you around
the web? Okay, apart from the socials, you can find me hosting a podcast called Freereeling It. It's about movies. My buddy Jesse and I, we pick a movie, we watch a movie, we talk about a movie, and I am told by Jesse that we are recording Halloween 3 Season of the Witch a week from today. So
perfect timing. You know, I think of like Halloween and
we were gonna record it around Halloween, and then everything happened. It's been busy for both of us, and that's us. And we're not here for.
It sounds too much like a Steely Dan album, though.
I know, right?
Sorry, Matt. I can't. Change the title.
The title, if I remember correctly, the title was Jesse's.
Okay.
So, and then I do know I did make the.
Tell him I blame him then.
That's fine. And then he'll just say, "Only a fool would say that." That's a Steely Dan song. You're welcome. It's what a fool believes, and that's the Dewey Brothers. But it was written by Michael McDonald and the other guy. I'm all right guy. Kenny Loggins.
Kenny Loggins? Yeah. Oh my goodness. There we go. That's how we bring it full circle, Matt. We bring it full circle. It always comes back to Steely Dan.
And another song, and you know what? I'm just gonna say it right now, Todd. I'm gonna close this out yacht rock style. Also Michael McDonald and Kenny Loggins. This is it.
This is it. And by the way, we're just never gonna end. I did see the yacht rock review at Canterbury Park in Shakopee, Minnesota. They performed. They were so much fun. Oh my God.
I mean, they're
talented artists, and they were amazing.
Yeah, I'm not here to say that they're bad at what they do, because they get on stage.
They're very good at managing the songs they make.
They get on stage and they play instruments, and I cannot do that. However, It does. It just gives me the ick.
It feels like the purgatory that somebody is.
Yeah.
Matt, my wife, if you look at like my Amazon or whatever, my music services,
Mhm.
it's all yacht rock. My wife is addicted to yacht rock. And I'm
Good.
like, honey, we need another thing because it's like 150 songs and that's it.
Yeah.
And they keep coming back.
Yeah.
So there we go. So with yacht rock being there, thank you, Matt, for joining us. And I would say, check out all the stuff. Matt is a man of all seasons. He knows all about a lot, and he knows a lot about a few. So there you go. So check it out if you have any questions. It's been a pleasure. I love this. This is amazing. 2025 was definitely made better because I got to talk to Matt. So with that, you can check out me on a few things because I do some things. Todd Oxtra or T Oxtra on the socials with that, but I prefer you check out the Fandom Foundry. That's what I did mainly in 2025 is I shifted to a new focus on making things better and focusing on the podcast, the people I love. And it's been great. And check out the Fandom Foundry on our socials, the Fandom Foundry on Instagram and BlueSky. Check out our Discord. Check out our YouTube channel. Check out our podcast. Please listen and review those. That we great. That I love that. And then subscribe, like, and then also check out our website and subscribe. I think I hit everything. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I have so many
things. Yeah. If you want to get like merch, we're going to do more in that, but we have a threadless store on our website. So with that, I want to say thank you all for those who joined us on this amazing journey. This is like the Odyssey. I don't know if Christopher Nolan is going to make the Odyssey this long, but if he does,
he definitely
as
is
entertaining as this. But we don't have Matt. Doing this show, but we do have myself. Oh, we do have a Matt. Not that Matt. We have
different
this Matt. This Todd. And we're also on a journey. It's been an odyssey, and we've been making some wonderful content. So thank you, everybody. Matt, as always, I hope this has been a great year. And you know what? If this wasn't your best week, make next week your best week ever. Good night, everybody.
Night.